Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous Tuesday.
It's going to be a wild day today.
Today is what? March 8th, 2012?
Is that right?
We've been playing Fab definitely officially for 2 years.
That's amazing.
It seems like it's a new
This game goes deep.
It does.
How's everybody doing? Is the audio good? Is the video good? The stream has been strange because I think all these servers are down and there's all sorts of weird problems. Discord's down today.
If we go down midstream, we're probably not going to stream again today. Just be aware if something goes weird with the servers. Yeah. But Steve and I will use that time to hang out and play Fab. Yeah, just not live.
So today what's going to happen is I'm going to go through the arduous process. It is actually going to be a very quick process of finally saying no Bolton at the ProQuest. I'm not doing it.
You're not playing Bolton.
I assume that's what's going to be decided. I'm going to give you
the hypothesis you're testing today.
The craziest idea that I can come up with. The craziest idea that I can come up with. I've been working with Will from Cardboard Cast. You know, he is a good player, and I've been throwing some ideas at him that are not good, which is always exciting. That's what I like to do. And this is the craziest version of Bolton that I can imagine. The kind of crazy that sometimes, 5% of the time, works in a card game.
You know when you get, I don't know if you've ever been there. Yes. When you get to the point with a deck or a hero or a concept where, I think early on deck building, let me back this up a second. You make, for me at least, there's these concepts that you're playing to. Right? There's something, like when I first started playing Briar, it was Channel Heroic.
Yeah.
I found that card. It was like,
boom.
This card seems crazy, and you start working on the concept.
Yeah.
3 games in, I'm playing that deck, and I'm like, wow, there's something. I can tell this deck is not running like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
But there are sparks of like, there's something here. So
you can say the deck's slapping, as the kids say.
It's got that slap potential. It's a 1 to 10 score. First 2 or 3 games, it was an 8, which is a good score. I mean, that's not where all decks
I've never seen an 8 myself, I gotta tell you.
I was trying to just really seriously deliver that, and I couldn't. Anyways, let me calm down. Okay, so really though, what happens is you have a concept, you start exploring it.
Yeah.
I think with Bolton, right, it feels like it's close.
Here's the problem with Bolton, Zach. Before Everfest, Will and I were talking about this on it. Before Everfest, Bolton was fine. Raiden Bolton was fine. Yep. I mean, you could win almost any matchup with that thing. You come in with that big V of the Vanguard turn, and was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen a turn like this before. And then, it's like, most of the games, I wasn't losing with Bolton. I was I was pantsing people for no reason with Bolton.
And then last week happened.
So something happened. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Why did the decks get so much faster? What has gone wrong here?
I think what happens is you test the concept, sparks fly. Then you get further, and you get so far into the process that a lot of the initial concepts and even fundamental things you thought were true pan out to, you start questioning the fundies.
Yeah.
As an example, right before we started the stream, you were like, Take Flight's not good.
Yeah.
This is honest. He was like, Take Flight's no good. Because
it costs 1.
Yeah, when Monarch came out.
That's a 3-card hand.
I actually somehow found myself playing Bolton. And it started out, and I was like, Take Flight seems important. Let's run 3 reds. And then after a game, I was like, I need 9. Mm-hmm. I'll put them all in.
Yeah, you get the free raid and swing. You do 7.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you pitch a card, you play it, you charge soul. So that's a 3-card hand.
Mm.
But you definitely get to swing that and raiden.
So 7 damage, 3 cards.
But you also have 2 floating resources off of that. So
let's add a 4th card.
What are you doing? You had a 4th card.
Maybe a 5th.
Yeah, who knows? But point being, as we get into the depths of this thing, right? You start recognizing on a 3 or 4 card hand, when you see what other heroes are doing with 4 cards or 5 cards in a lot of the like Runeblade or Start of the Show, what you're realizing is exactly what happened to me with Briar after Arya came out. So Briar, I was testing it. This is great, and I still think that deck was pretty good and could get there. Mm-hmm. But the reality was, at first, I was testing against all the decks we had optimized prior to that set coming out. And with a set like Arya, it's a little deceptive because there's 3 new heroes. And so a lot of heroes didn't even get new cards, like at all. There weren't even generics in that set. So you played against Dash, and you're like, whoa, this is great. You play against Prism, who Miss struggled against back in the Monarch days. And it was like just slapping Prism. And and the not literally slapping, but like just slapping, winning,
slapping
right?
is as the kids say, missing
slapping,
the G, slap in.
This kind of slapping, not
the
like
apostrophe.
Slapping someone's face.
Yeah.
Anyways, so at first it's like, man, this after we got that deck a little bit, it's like this deck is crazy. But then you play against Oldham and Lexi, and even Cheerios Briar, as the kids affectionately refer to it, and you realize that like it's not that crazy, right? The pace of the game has changed. In the same way when Monarch came out, Chain changed the pace of the game. Mm-hmm. I remember going into Monarch.
Yeah, but it meant 5 turns in, if you haven't won or lost,
you're about
you got
to
do
lose.
something.
Yeah.
You got
so
it's inevitability.
A big card, which I think is a card you're very fond of. At the time, Valiant Dynamo got spoiled. Mm-hmm. And everyone was like losing their minds.
I lost my mind.
Then I had my Macho Man Randy Savage math session. And it was like, well, technically, compared to doing the math. And you know what? That's one of the rare times I was right. So I say all of this to say this: the pace of the game has changed. And I think you look at decks that I have here to play. I think these are the big 3: Star of the Show, Viscera, and Prism in their biggest iteration. And when you see what they're doing, especially with a 4 or 5 card hand, compared to a Bolton 4 or 5 card hand, it's just not even close.
What finally got me was the randomly just like, I guess I just did 19 damage with a 4 card hand in Vis. Like without just kind of like throwing cards flippantly around. You're like, 19 damage. And it's like that's like potentially a Via the Vanguard turn for me.
That's like your Royal Straight Flush.
19 damage.
Yeah, that's your big hand that you bet on.
And you're just like, let's see the little instance be give and go again, and then we did 19. Ooh, didn't even see that coming.
You forgot that it's actually Sonata, get the card, play the thing, -1, -6, carry the 3.
It's like, hold on, before I start this turn, I'm going to play a card, and then I'm going to search my deck for whatever I need. Oh, okay, well, I get that. And then I'm going to play a little Sonata, and it's like, here's some more cards off the top of my deck. And so, like, when you're playing Bolton, it's like, I just did 7 with 3 cards, but I charged my soul so that I can do, 10 later. Ain't that something?
But Valiant Dynamo is the key piece here, because it is a card that back before Monarch, the context we had, right, was games are 15 turns.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And so then, then Valiant Dynamo comes out, and it's like, this is going to be worth 10 health.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a piece of armor, and it's not just worth 10. It's actually worth so much more, because being able to block a Snatch with a 3 and a piece of armor, 1 card block on Snatch of any of your 3s in Warrior, as an example, and come back with a 3-card hand that's probably going to clear Dynamo, is like crazy value.
It's really good.
Yeah, but then Chain's like, win in turn 5, and you get to use Dynamo once.
Yep. That's what I'm worried about. So I've got Dory Axis. That is probably my actual go-to deck for ProQuest. I might actually get that on the table today, depending on how much this crashes and burns. But the theory here with Bolton. So again, I think there's two approaches to Bolton. One of them works, which is Sabers or hybrid.
Sabers with Lumina combo.
And maybe you go Raiden against Prism, for your reasons. But I think combo Bolton can absolutely do it. I mean, you've got the spike potential, the random potential to just hit a double or triple Lumina and go for it. And that is a fine thing. If you're thinking Bolton is my favorite hero and I only want to run Bolton at a ProQuest, I would say look to combo to do that. They look to Sabers to do that. There's some great examples, some good European decks that have tons of wins under them, and they're solid. You got to play them well. You got to do well. The other way to run Bolton is to bang your head against the wall for months, trying to make the other weapon, Raiden, work, just like you might do with Levia and Hexagore.
That was a phase. That was a vibe.
The problem with Raiden is that it did work once. Like it was actually quite fun to play it once, and then it just stopped working. And so what we're going to do today is we've decided we're going to pull out all the stops. We're literally just not planning to block. If Bolton has to have a 3-card hand to do anything, you may as well make it a 5-card hand. Who cares, right? So I just want to see how fast it could possibly get. So what we've done...
These are excellent tests.
This is what you got to test.
Get out of your... So often, you have a deck that has 45 of the same cards every time.
Just reset.
And sometimes you just got to throw it out and start over.
Just reset. So here's what we're going to do. It's just going to be a disastrous test. There's our
Ryan Cochran asking, if possible, can you elaborate on why Dory Axis is your preference over Dory Sabers?
Oh, absolutely. So hold on, let's finish this thought.
I just want to put that out there before it gets lost in the chat.
Helm of Sharp Eye is great with Raiden, technically, theoretically. You immediately hit the condition the moment you charge a card, and you get a free card on your chain. It's great with V. It's great with a lot of things. A lot of your things cost 0. Let's run it. We got snaps, of course, because snaps. We're adding in the stubbies today.
All right, stubby hammers. Tell me more.
Yeah, so you have a ton of good 3 or less base attack charge cards anyway, because your charge cards generally are just bad. So they're all at low attack. And getting them +1 activates your ability to use Soul to give go again. Mm-hmm. So it's essentially, you can think of it as a second copy of Snaps. So like you have a 0-cost charge card in hand, you do it, maybe you have 2 Luminas in hand, you can double Lumina and get that charge. You also have the potential to run some big lines with this if it just happens to show up at the right time.
Like you get 4, you have 1 in Arsenal and you get 4 0-cost cards, play the first one, charge, and suddenly you can play 4 attacks.
And it could be a mini via the Vanguard turn if you happen to have that much soul.
And if it's that one that when it hits, you draw a card. It's like you draw into another one, you play another one, and if you have like 6 or 7 soul, like you just keep doing your thing.
That's the idea. I don't think this deck could ever get to 6 or 7 soul because it's going to be cashing in all the time. And then we got the Tunic because we need 1 resource. We've lowered the curve to basically a yellow curve. There's only 3 blues and it's 3 Bolt of Courage blues. We've added Scar for a Scar. We've added Enlightened Strike. We've added Snatch. We've got Battlefield Blitzes everywhere. We've got Yellow Express Lightning. We're running cards I would never have even thought to put in this thing. And we're just going to see if it can go. Now, Yellow Valiant Thrust is nice because it starts at 3. It gets +3 if you've charged. And so it will fire off of the stubbies as well. So there are some cool plays there. We're out on bolting. Bolting's a waste of time. Who needs that? I mean, it's not even that big of a payoff. It's not that great. With Celestial Cataclysm, nobody has time for that. We're not going to have 3 soul. We're going to be cashing it on these stubby turns. We're going to go hard, and we're going to win the game by turn 3 or 4.
And we're going to go on a tour of the meta.
That's right.
We'll just see what it does.
No, so first, it's got to be this.
Yeah, use the gold standard.
Which it will not do.
A purple standard.
And then I will switch to Dory Axes for some testing.
Yeah, now tell me about the Axes versus it. Why are you so anti-Dory Sabers, besides it looking, the Courage and the Blades all looking really cool and being awesome?
So there's no reason really to run it aside from 9 Slice and Dice. You don't want to run Twinning Blade in that deck, I don't think, and Razor Reflex doesn't contribute anything to your game plan. So, I mean, you can give a Saber +3 for 1, but that's effectively a waste of time considering everything in the Warrior card pool that does the same thing, just better, like Nature's Path Pilgrimage, these kinds of things. Out for Blood, great example. You have a million ways to do that already. So those are the things you can do in a Sabers build that you cannot do in an Axis build. But what you get in Axis is a static +1 to your second and third swing, which is so important in a grindy mid-range deck. Swinging 2-3 versus 2-2 is exceedingly different. Especially if you have a turn where you're having to recharge and you do like a hit and run, pitch blue, swing, Brave Forge, swing for 4. It's super nice to go to the above leak level. Spillblood is also, I think, the only way that this deck could ever conceivably beat a hardcore control deck. I think otherwise it doesn't happen. And I think Slice and Dice, while it's a great card, you're also now going up to 3-card hands to play your mid-range deck. And so now you're only blocking with 1 card, which in this metagame, you do not have the heat to only block with 1 and still come out ahead in these exchanges. Yeah. It just doesn't happen. So that's been my experience with it, at least. I think the static bonus on Axes and access to Spill Blood is way more relevant than Slice and Dice giving you a 3-card hand that's adding 4 damage to your line. There's a lot of other ways to add 4 damage, and Axis can do that in a number of ways as well.
That's a stronger answer than I was expecting. That's like almost blog material. Let's cue up the content strategist, turn that puppy into a video clip on Twitter, and a blog.
I mean, as insane as I am ultimately, particularly on these streams, I think about this stuff constantly. Yeah. In a fundamental real spreadsheet kind of way. Yeah.
And then there was a comment here, very kind of you, saying TC makes me want to move to Tulsa. Well, once we have 3.0 open, hopefully that's
Tulsa's
even more
the
case.
I would recommend.
Ryan says, really appreciate the answer. Thank you for the elaboration.
Yeah, totally.
And there was something else.
I love Slice and Dice and Dory Dawnblade, by the way. I think it's actually a more notable card than we are appreciating currently. if I had a chance to test it and Prism was dead, I would consider Dory Dawnblade as a viable option.
Well, Prism's not dead. She's very much alive, to my chagrin.
Yeah.
That's one of those words that I use, and I only loosely know the meaning of. You know what I mean?
I think you use it right every time.
I contextually know, but not fundamentally.
Where am I? Oh, my dice are in here.
All right, Bolton. Okay. Bolton, he says, hold on.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give me the best shot at winning. We're going to have me go first, and we're just going to see.
Yeah. Good test. All right, hold on. Stacks on stacks.
This is the kind of content you won't get on Arsenal Pass right here.
There it is. I've been missing the Brendan jabs. Honestly, it's just been a gap in my life.
He's kind of been jabbing himself recently with his performances, so I don't really need to pile on there. I'm just saying you will see good decks played on their channel.
Now, we're going to have...
But you won't see the random, insane deck that probably is very bad played.
We're going to have an opportunity this weekend for something really special.
We're going to do a link-up episode. Have Brendan on the podcast?
That'd be funny. No. Maybe. That's up to you. That's up to you. But the thing I was talking about is we may well get the chance for the Brendan-Steven match, which I feel like is going to be...
It'd be a very bad situation for Brendan to find himself in the 1 in 5 bracket or whatever.
I feel like, though, that if you guys get paired this weekend, because there's 2 tournaments, right? Odds aren't terrible, but it's going to have... There's so much fuel right there for the fire of disses that are burned. Have you guys played in a tournament before?
I don't think so. If I get him on camera, that'll be fine.
There's no cameras on Saturday, at least.
Well, I just pull my phone up and start recording, and it'll just immediately lose.
He'll know, though, that we're going to talk about it on camera. So the energy will be there.
Yeah, but it'll have some camera energy.
Yeah. I'll be excited to see how this weekend goes for everybody involved.
Have you ever lost to Brendan in a tournament?
I have not, no.
See, he was talking...
Undefeated.
I watched the recent video. He was talking all sorts of big trash on Tulsa and whatnot. But he said, it was amazing. He said he came down to his first real, big victory was in Edmond, actually. He said he had to come down and teach Zach and everybody a lesson. And it's like, what's interesting about that is I'm pretty sure you lost to Zach.
At that very tournament, yeah.
In fact, that was the first time you'd ever seen Bravo played well, I think is what he actually said. And he didn't give you any credit for that.
None.
He said, I had to teach Zach, but he lost to you. Yeah, so it's kind of weird,
It's a little conflated with the rest of the sentence he was spilling out. The words are hard, Words are hard.
It is.
But he did beat Tim in the top 8, and Tim was undefeated.
Yeah.
As the 1 seed. He squeaked in at 8, because I beat Brendan in, I think, round 3.
Mm-hmm.
And a round 3 loss is a little early to be losing, but he then won out, and I also did well, so his strength schedule was pretty good.
Sure.
And they got paired against Tim, and... Tim and I both got knocked out at that point, and he won the tournament. So, in some ways, it's a thing. But
didn't exactly teach any lessons.
No. But I did. I could tell he was surprised. He later told me he'd never, with Chain, lost to Bravo.
Yeah.
And that was the first time.
So, that's when he earned the respect of...
Where's it at? Matt says, what's the story behind all the Brendan burns? I've never understood where the presumably fake animosity comes from.
It is fake. We're just pretty good friends with Brendan, especially. Spent some time with him down in Texas, and
we love Arsenal Pass.
And in Vegas at the opening of what was that? Aria?
Yeah.
At one of the first. It was the first calling, wasn't it? And got to hang out with him, and we were hanging out with him and Dante in a hotel lobby, and talking fab and just sharing stories. Got to know each other fairly, personally, became actual friends. And so now we do not take, or rather, we do not take an opportunity to call him out on stream.
We being used loosely.
And Mr. Del Frisco as well. Let's not forget Del Frisco.
You gotta love Dante Del Frisco.
Yeah. He used to be good at this game, if you can believe it.
Yeah, back when you just played Chain.
His performance has...
I guess I'll get a shackle and swing my sword.
Has since taken a tough... Okay.
All right, we said you're going first?
Yeah, I'm going first. Sure. Why aren't I, you know?
Don't know what just happened. It's a pretty good hand.
Yeah, this is a good one too.
Let's go.
So, I think coming in with a 4-3 is an acceptable thing. That's kind of annoying, right? You got to give up 3 cards if maybe you don't want to. Unless you want a 3-card mulligan, maybe you do.
Who's to say,
But
really?
you could always do that on the first swing anyway, right? So, why bother?
So one kind of, speaking seriously, one sort of rule of thumb on opening swings to me is,
Scar on the Assault there.
can you get at least, you want to charge your soul, but like if you can definitely get 3 cards out of hand, but 4, even if you don't leak damage, it's fine. But don't cost yourself an arsenal card. So anyways, coming in for 4, let's...
It's a great example of Helmut's Sharp out here. Good.
And it's interesting because you charge, so if I block with an attack, you know, it goes boom.
Yeah, so it's kind of annoying.
I'll block
too.
for 6.
Okay. And then we will Raiden for 3.
We'll block for 2.
That's right. Leaked some damage, got an arsenal card. The deck is already on fire.
I just really wanted to put my hat on. That's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go Sonata. You know the drill. Revealing 3. Hits for 1. I get a red meet and greet. 1 arcane damage floating.
Take 1.
Ooh, he's not blocking. He's real. This is going to be so good.
You just meet and greet. Let's go.
Potato pants. Here we go. Woo! That's bold.
Tough acting tonight.
Oh, you don't have arcane barrier. You got to take it.
I don't have anything.
That's
man.
hilarious.
Come on,
I
bring
didn't
it
even...
on. I'm going. Let's go. Let's see how fast we can do this thing.
All right. Well, I guess we can go pretty fast. Meet and greet. Pitching 1.
How much you got?
floating.
What is that? 4?
4 if it hits, create a rune chant,
Take
and create
4.
1 from Viscer's ability.
gotta go again,
Create
4.
2. Okay. Pay 1 for Amplify the Arcanite. 2 pop. 1 gets created. 6 coming at you.
Take 2. Take 6.
Arsenal pass. These are gonna be quick games.
Take flight.
We're going faster than Vis. Bold move. For 4?
Let me charge here first real quick. Activate my tunic, of course. Yeah. Charge here. Coming at you for 4.
Take 4.
Scar for 4.
Hold on. Now math must be done. I can't do something crazy like lose to this on stream.
Here we go. It's happening.
So I like that. Yeah, I'll take it. Take 4.
Okay. Swing for 3 red.
Take 3.
You got it.
Look at that. I'm only ahead by 1. What could go wrong? Cardboard cast. Look at that beautiful scar. Also, you make fun of me for my organization all the time, but I want to point out how clean my side of the board looks right now in comparison to your diagonals. I'm just saying.
It's very impressive, yeah. Well, it's because I'm coming in like a wild banshee today. You don't even have time. If I was playing Dory, I would.
You have that wild banshee energy.
I feel like we need to get brighter here, don't we?
We're gonna play Runeblade Incantation, also known as Daily Cats, and then we're gonna play E-Strike with Go Again for 5 and Rune Chant.
Take 6.
And then we're gonna swing the sword for 4.
Take 4.
Then I'm gonna Arsenal pass.
Tune cut. Okay.
AJ asking where my reduced to rune chants. Reduced to rune chants are for blockers. And blockers, as we're seeing here, don't win games.
Let's crack stubs.
Uh-oh. You know what time it is? Game time.
Express for 4.
Take 4.
I'll give it a go again. Bolt of Courage for 4.
That's the draw. The drawer.
Mm-hmm.
Block for 4.
Give it +2.
Take 2.
Give it a go.
You draw a card before giving it go again?
No.
Now you know you want to give it go again based on the cards in hand. What up, Chris? I just got here. Oh, snap. Helm Sharper. We're testing the wild Bolton theory. It's called not blocking. You have 17 health? Asking for a friend.
6. /7 for stubbies. I'm buying it through us.
Yeah, take 7.
Give it a go. Rain for 3.
Take 3.
Arsenal.
I mean, it's not wrong.
I'm telling you, man. Doesn't crack the code.
Get a daily cast. Alright, let's go. You know what? Do that. Yeah. 17?
17.
That's the number we got
right.
cooking here.
Come on in.
Alright, let's become the Arc Knight. I'm going to ditch Maury and Skies.
And go get anything you want.
Any attack I want.
Ah, cool.
I mean, it's 2 cards. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Didn't you get 1 back?
I do get 1 back.
So it technically costs you 1 card.
Yeah.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
Where you at?
It's not in the deck. You already played it. You already had one. Who needs soul anyway?
What's the right choice here? I'm gonna get a chance.
So you came in, you thought you had a plan, but now
I do have a plan.
you're sitting there at 12, you're losing. You have no idea how it happened. You're confused, you're scared, you're a little startled.
How did this happen?
How did this happen? How am I losing?
Okay. Let's get a room flash.
Okay. Ricard burnt my bacon watching this match. Calling for a beacon of victory, maybe.
All right. We're going to play a Swarming Gloomveil. 1 pops, 1 gets created. I've created 2 auras, so it's coming in for 4 with Go Again.
Take 1. 4 with Go Again. I can't imagine that's the end. I'll take 4. 6 becomes 2.
Okay. We'll play Rebel and Runeblight, create 5 rune chance.
Here comes the skeleton.
Pop Skeleton. Gonna play Sonata.
That play is the issue.
Create.
Revel into skeleton is the problem.
It's Wongstown.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we're -7. X is gonna be 3.
Reveal 6.
Reveal 6.
So it's -6 because the rune chance, so it's free. You're gonna reveal 6 cards and hit nothing. Oh, a perfect spread. Okay, well we can't beat that. Nobody can beat that. Though.
3.
Nobody can beat that.
3 arcane damage.
You got it.
Welcome to your doom. I lost my cards.
We get the DQ.
Excuse me, my opponent doesn't know how to shuffle. All right. Easy peasy.
There's no way to not lose here.
Rune Flash for free. Over to you.
You have something
7, 4,
Let's do it again.
etc., etc.
Not wrong. It's not strictly wrong, though, is it?
It was almost threatening.
I think this is the...
It's close.
This is the thing that we've been talking about in the... Like, I've been talking about in the Bolton chat, at least, with Will. It's like, these are 4-turn games. Mm-hmm. So...
Like, if you're not blocking, you absolutely, against aggro, will lose in 4 turns.
So this is a... When you're talking about, oh, I'm going to block and charge my soul for like 4 to 5 turns and then have like a strong combo mid-game, it doesn't exist. It really doesn't. I mean, even if I'm blocking twice there, and Bolton usually has to block with only 1 card from hand, you just don't have the time.
Yeah.
So I just don't think you have the time to play mid-range at all as Bolton if you want to have a chance.
I think to play mid-range, you have to be able to really efficiently block with like half your hand.
Axes.
Yeah. And like it needs to be genuinely doing it. And then you need to be able to apply pressure with 2 cards.
The value's got to be super high.
Yeah. And his issue is he needs 3 cards.
Yeah.
So you get a block with a card. And it used to be that even blocking with 1 card and having armor, you had 8 to 10 turns in a game. But you don't.
You don't.
Like, and I could play this 100 times in a row. And that's, I've said this for a while, but like, who wins if no one blocks? Mm-hmm. Okay, they're faster than you. Now you have to block. Bolton's problem is if he's blocking with 2 cards, he can't do anything.
He can't do anything.
Yeah.
So you have to be, this is the theory here. You have to be faster.
Yeah, which is where Combo Bolton comes back in the, if you play a 0 cost and charge, it's 2 cards. Mm-hmm. And that's what you're doing.
And then you cash it in on turn 5 or 6.
Yeah. But
you can also not draw them.
Yeah.
And also, I will say, against a person who absolutely knows what they're doing, the combo is very difficult to even be the game ender. Because even after the combo, you're hoping for a big beacon, which you can get. But most of the time, they're going to block 3 swings at least. Am I going first? Did I say that?
Let's just let you go first.
Okay. This is for the best.
And you're going first. That's... Cardboard cast, in quotes, almost threatening, which is what I said. And then they said, heartbroken, soul crushed.
Okay, I think this is right. This feels like the right thing to have. Yeah. So... Beacon you can't even hardly play anymore. It's too slow. Costs you a charge.
You basically need to draw Beacon on turn 4.
And you need to have at least 4 solo by that point. Because otherwise, you just don't have enough to chain.
Yeah. Or you need to be able to slow your opponent down enough to get 8 turns in a game, or 10.
Yeah.
And that's where like Ice and Oldhim and even Start the Show can block out, and Crown of Seeds. And any control. The other Bolton problem is Warrior doesn't have control effects.
Yeah.
So
that's where we're at.
Yeah, if your 2-card hand could charge Soul and also threaten cards in their hand somehow.
Like a discard? Oof.
Discard, kill Arsenal, make the first thing they do cost more. Like any of the effects that slow them down. Russell, yeah, my brother plays Ninja, and the new combo line / even bigger than that is built for Ninja. It's so good.
Yeah, it is. It's sick. And Express Lightning for 3 with a charge. Yeah, Dory Axis is mid-range warrior currently. We might show that to you. Just gonna pull out a 28 damage 4-carder there.
There it is. Block 3.
Excuse me, sir. Is that an attack?
It is, yeah.
So it's going to go to 4. I'm going to give it +3. Go to 7.
Take 1. Take 1. Yeah.
Take 4 total.
All right, let's go Rattlebones. Swarming Gloomvale for 3 with go again.
Yes. You did it. Taking 3.
Ryan says, I don't know. The fact that Bolton starts at 2 life it seems insurmountable.
Take 3.
All right. Revel, go to 6.
Yeah. No arsenal?
Actually, it's better to do this. Let's Rune Flash. 6 coming at you, 1 gets created. And then 4 physical.
10.
You got it. Over to you.
Tunic up. Okay. Well, this is an interesting one. Okay. Ooh, Zach. There's some interesting things here. I don't know about all this.
Oh, yeah. I played Revel, so that goes away.
Yay. All right. Let's kick things off with engulfing with a charge here.
Jeremy, I mean, assuming I knew what I was going to draw, yeah, that would have been fine. But I was hoping to draw blue, get to swing this forward, and arsenal the Mob Ring. Sorry, what? 3?
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
No block.
Okay, I'm going to crack snaps on this one.
Yeah. Take 3.
Take 3. What is this, the end of the chain it goes in there? If you charge, if this hits, put it in your so okay, it has done that. Let's go Scar for 4.
Take 4.
Okay. That's a great question for me. Let's go Raiden for 3.
No block.
I'll give it go again. Blue Bolt for 1. Draw a card if it hits.
I'll block with my hat.
Okay. Arsenal here.
Alright, mine.
Mm-hmm.
Mordred. Come here, right? Create 2 range chance. Ditch and attack. Get a red, read the runes. Play a Swarming Gloomvale. 2 rune chance pop. 2 get created. It's coming in for 4 with go again.
Take
and if it hits, arcane damage is unpreventable.
Take it.
And you took the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll play read the runes, create 6 rune chance. Over to you.
Okay.
Silhouette, I do run Quill Hand. I think that card's great. Bolton's a little different, though, because if I saw Bolton across the table without knowing what Steven was doing, I would assume he's on combo, and the 2 armor is super clutch for combo. That's right, Jeremy. It was turn 1, so I was going to draw back up. I was hoping I hit blue, and then I could do my thing.
Okay, let's go pitch the charge. Everything's going to be at +1.
No block.
And yeah. Okay, you do, let's see, 4 coming in. You do not block. And then I have a decision to make. Here's what I'm going to do, because I don't know if I'll get a chance to do it again. I'm going to crack Sharp Eye.
I was going to say, I think I'm going to kill you here if you don't really.
There's a bacon. I get to play on this chain there. That's scary for you, isn't it?
That's pretty good.
All right, then we'll go Scar for 5.
What cards can't you play on the chain?
I just can't play like Lumina. Anything that doesn't have to close the chain to be played, I can play. 5 for Scar.
No block?
Oh, I didn't give it go again. I need to do that.
No block.
Scar has to go again here. It's for Beacon. It's just like... Okay, I might have to Beacon here. Let's think about what that would look like. If you do 1 soul, then what would it be? What's a 1 cost 0 with go again? Do we have those cards? We do. We do have them now. All right, so I'm going to go and Beacon that. Give it +1 so you can take 1 extra.
Boop.
And let's go get something. What's that?
Theo Wag. Didn't Scar. Yeah, Scar go again.
Yeah, you were lower. Yeah, it was played. Yeah, for sure.
Or you were lower.
I was lower, yeah. What is that? Action card, right?
It was the... He was giving V go again. V the Vanguard. He forgot to lose a soul for that.
Yeah.
He knew he was going to do it. He just forgot to do it. Watch out.
Okay. So if we drain the soul here, basically where does that leave us? That leaves us with... We could go here. 5 go again. No, that's not right. Get a 0 cost and put it in the arsenal. We could forego the Raiden swing. Man, we need a 0 cost go again. That's what we need. Any of those cards exist in the card pool?
Rabble?
Yeah, Rabble would be the choice here.
Rabble also is good with the helm play. When you know what's on top.
Yeah, it's true. And it's the low curve. I think Rabble's the right choice. You're probably over enlightened.
Yeah.
If we're doing just the LOL build.
Jay Raven's asking if I'm confident about getting an invite. Not at all. Tulsa event, we're sold out at 64. It's going to be a big tournament. It's hard to win a 64-person tournament. Not that I don't think I'm capable, but that's a lot of great players in the area too. And a lot of people traveling to it. And then Sunday, admin, I think it'll probably be 50 plus. So, last 2 ProQuest, not... I believe I could definitely win, but I also... That's tough to do. We'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to go to Jersey either way.
Scar for 5. We get Snatch. Tunic, Blitz for 6.
Block 2, take 4.
Okay. It's got go again. Let's Snatch for 5.
Take 5.
Okay. Arsenal here.
See? This is almost threatening.
1 more soul. Raiden at 4 there is not bad. Having a Rabble there leads to probably 4 more damage.
Just straight up.
Yeah, straight up.
Straight up. Oh, you love to see it.
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 Crack the skeleton. It's like the universe knows the Sonata needs to show up.
Yeah, I think it's just broken. Yeah, basically, actually.
I mean, the thing is, I've been in this exact... So this is turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
You got me down to 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I have blocked some.
So let me just take a timeout for the stream.
Yeah.
For the important for viewers, what Zach's about to do is say, no, it's totally fair that I'm about to do 21 plus damage.
I'm not saying that
to
at
you. And I could have done it in earlier turns. I just didn't draw the Sonata, you know. It's just
so. But no, I couldn't have done it sooner.
Okay.
Like turn 3, in a lot of turns you have 8 rune chance, and technically you could Sonata. I could also just whiff on this really hard.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're going for.
Is unbelievably possible with like 50 out of my 60
Hit all
cards
the
still
non-attacks, bada boom.
Anyways, so it's -8, but it's crazy. We're living in a world where if you don't block, turn 3 is where it's at.
We're here.
Like I
It
blocked.
is nuts.
If I had not blocked, you would have killed me.
It is nuts.
Bolton can kill you on turn 3.
But I think it's what he's supposed to do. I think that's the idea.
Kill you on turn 3?
Yeah. You know, I think he's supposed to be going crazy.
So we're -8.
Yeah.
X would be 4, but I'm going to pay 2 extra.
Okay.
So X is actually 5. So I'm looking at 8 cards.
So basically you declared X as 5. So now it costs 10 -8. So you pay 2.
That's right.
So now you're looking at 5 plus 3 cards.
Yeah.
I've got to get in this habit so that I'm not bamboozled at the ProQuest.
So I didn't whiff. Those also are not the attacks that you necessarily want to see. So 4 arcane damage all at once.
You know, a form of whiff, some would say.
Yeah, it's 4 cards, but only 1 has go again. So there's going to be some natural limitations to what's capable here. Don't get me wrong. It's still going to be a just fine turn.
Oh, that's so good.
Chris asked me if we've been asked to provide commentary at any LSS events. We were asked last year.
Yeah, we were.
We just elected to play at the Collins instead.
Yeah, we wanted to play.
All right, let's play a birthday cake, 9th Blade of the Blood Oath. 8 pop, 1 gets created, does not have go again. So watch yourself.
Here comes the boots. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll activate my Spellbound Creeper.
This is the kind of play that new players would have a lot of issue with.
Pay 2 for a Oath of the Arknight. Creates a rune chant. 1 floating.
I hope you can't go get anything you need.
I can't.
Okay.
It's an instant, so it has go again, so I get my action back.
Great.
I'll pay 1 for a rune flash. 2 rune chants are gonna pop. 1 gets created, and it's coming in at 5 because of the Oath of the Arknight.
Yeah, and there's no hit effect on this, right?
Just 5 damage.
Just 5. And it does have go again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the 2. You can get those out of here. And then 5. And we know you've got a couple of blue. We got a Skrill of the skull form there in the Dread. Dread is the one you're worried about, right? That's the one I'm worried about. But I can't really go down to 5. I go down to 2 because then a sword swing, you know. I mean, that's happening anyway, but...
I've got 3 arcane. You don't have arcane barrier, so...
Yeah.
You need to have at least 4 health.
All right, so let's block 3 there and take 2. I need to block with that helmet sooner, too.
Someone said I did. I miscounted my rune chance. That's fine.
Do you have too many or too few?
Too few.
Great. It's acceptable.
So you're blocking there and taking some damage?
Take 2, yeah.
Yeah. Let's Dread Triptych. 1 pops.
Take 1.
1, 2, 3 get created. And then a 4th one if it hits.
Does not have go again?
Nope.
All right, I'll block with a tuning, take 3.
Greater enchant. Over to you.
We're here. All right, crack the stubbies. Bolt of Courage at 4. Threatening draw.
You just love to see it, honestly. All right, I'm gonna pay 1. I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna block with an attack.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and you know what? Let's get fancy. I'm gonna also block with the creepers.
Because you're gonna use them.
I'm gonna use those creepers.
Yeah. Okay. It'd be crazy if you could do ruin damage on my turn.
As an example,
that would be something crazy. Hopefully, they didn't put that in this game.
I'm going to pay 1 and use my boots.
Okay, sure.
I blocked with an attack.
That seems crazy. Why would you ever do that?
We're going to play a Sonata.
Oh.
Yeah.
You use Sonata on my turn.
I could whiff. There's a non-attack. There's a non-attack.
Yeah, just whiff, would you?
Non-attack.
There we go.
So I did whiff.
It's fine.
But if I hit, you die.
That's right. There's a fine chance, really.
Over to you.
So would you block with 4? React with this for +2 there.
All right, taking 2.
And I'm going to react here to give it go again. I'm going to draw a card, because you do that. How many cards you got in your hand?
1.
All right, then we're going to Lumina and swing for 4.
Seems good.
No soul, though, you know.
So you can't give it go again.
I cannot.
Sure. Block 2.
Take 2. Soul Shard. Game 1 off. Watch out. Arsenal this boy. Had a cheeky, if you didn't block there, was looking in a pretty interesting space.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you did.
Swing the sword for enchant spot.
Okay, so you know what? It's not terrible.
Crazy.
It's not terrible.
It's not crazy. It's
not
not
terrible.
Yeah. If no one's blocking, you're not off by a ton.
That's kind of a tantalizing. It's kind of a dance with the devil situation.
Yeah. Because you absolutely have a better match into start of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Even with this build. 2 card hands, a 0 cost, you get a charge, you can block with cards.
You got Steel Blade Shot.
You got all the warrior armor. You know, I think that's doable. Yeah, it's interesting.
Put Ravenous in over Enlightened.
Hey, you want to try it against start of the show just to see how we feel?
Let's do one more race. It's kind of exhilarating. Let me put the Ravenous in.
I mean, it is quick. It is quick.
We'll just flip these. Actually, the Noir strikes are just going to be Rabbles, okay? Remember that. Keep that in mind. So, Cody, the thing about no arcane barrier, or J-Riven, no arcane barrier into this, it doesn't matter. I mean, unless you're on a blue curve, a fairly heavy blue curve, you pitching 1 card to block X amount of arcane damage, it just doesn't matter. You're losing that card as 3 defense to Ruin Chance, or you're losing it as 3 defense to arcane. Or just a normal attack.
And part of the problem is that, especially even at the end, it's like, even if you could pay, like there, I just swung the sword, right? So you have to pay 4, you have to at least pitch 2. Let's just say you had a blue by a miracle of God. And also you're going to have to block the sword.
Right.
So it's 3 cards. A 1 card bolt in hand is never, it doesn't matter.
You can do nothing with it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the old Bolton gamble. So we got to block with the helm early. Stubbies was blocked with an attack that was relevant, so technically 1 more damage. So it wouldn't have mattered that last turn. Did the +1 so that I could potentially go for a KO with Steel Hand. You whiffed the Sonata. Good moments. And you want to try to go first? You want to see if it changes anything? You want to keep this going?
Keep going first.
You think it's just strictly worse?
I mean, I'd like to see if you can climb that mountain going first.
You know.
Because I think it probably gets harder going second.
We got Pants on Fire Bolton here. Ice Curve, I didn't burn a Soul on Scar. It was the one that I didn't pay for V. When I used the oh yeah, let's go. It looked like it was on Scar though. Oh, that's interesting. We're gonna redo that. It's too bad. There's no way you're winning without a charge first turn. You got 30 in the deck, you should have 1, right?
Well, let's see. $30 in the deck. Drawing 4. Odds are to have 1 or greater.
90-ish.
94.3%. So 1 in 20 games.
So we're gonna forget that game that we just lost.
Yeah. You know, once in every 3 tournaments, it'll happen to you. And hopefully you're going second when it happens to you.
That's right. Oh, great. Our charge card is Via the Vanguard.
It is better than nothing. You could load up 2 cards, right?
But then you have no arsenal. So you got to choose your poison there, don't you?
What
Let's
makes
have
a
our big
man
V
Lebowski?
turn on the first turn of the game.
I like that idea, conceptually. Cool.
Cool. Tunica. The Ballroom Blitz. All right, let's do it. V. Play with the potatoes you are given. How about a V for 4, though?
Block 6.
All right. Arsenal.
Yeah. To be clear, yeah, of course, having Arcane Barrier does, in situations, let you avoid a lot of damage.
I would encourage the testing process there. We have not, like, yes, you can pitch some damage. You can slow down this, but the problem with Bolton right now in this state is that any amount of slowing down Vis that you do is proportionally less than his speed. So even pitching for Arcane Barrier, if it turns off 2 ruin chance, etc., doesn't actually make a factor as to what that card could have been on your own offensive turn, because Bolton is all about compound interest, right? Once you have to be playing 5-card hands with V turns, with stubbies, with consistently long lines. So the moment you start trimming your hand back, your value gets proportionally exceedingly low. Every card that Bolton has to put into defense is almost like, it's not a straight line. It's an exponential downward to your damage potential.
Yeah.
So this is just where Bolton is right now, at least. And again, this is a total, like, this is a theory test. Like, it's not, we might get to the end of the testing process and say, oh my gosh, Bolton was fast enough to, like, for it to be very tantalizing, to tweak this a little bit more, add that Arcane Barrier, maybe you drop the Helm. That's the other piece of this, is like, of these cards that are driving the aggro success here, which one do you drop to add an Arcane Barrier? That's also going to make you pitch cards during your offensive turns so that you can no longer hit as hard because the equipment's gone and the Arcane Barrier card's gone. So all of that combined is just like,
too much.
We need to see what the race looks like a few times before we consider that.
Come here, Knight. This is a very old school, gentle person turn.
Yeah, good. I'm glad to see that out of these days.
It does happen. Read the runes red. Create 4 rune chance. Arsenal pass.
You know what's crazy for me here is that, like, there's another no charge hand. It's like, wow. Wowie. How do you suppose that happens?
Monty's got you on this one. Just run Rusted Relic.
Oh my god. We've been missing it. Yeah. You could.
The other problem with this particular build of Bolton is you're not on blues. So, like, it's just bad.
There hasn't really been an actual Bolton build of blues ever. You have, some of them will go, like I used to go up to 12, and some people will go up to 12, even in certain matchups, but it's really tough. You're pulled so hard between pitching for your stuff and having entire lines that are not pitching anything. And it's just like this weird dissonance where sometimes you get a hand that is, okay, perfect. I pitch a blue and I power this hand, and sometimes it's all zeros, and this blue could have been any other card that was actually meaningful. Yeah. It like goes back and forth. Nuts. Okay, let's hit the combo wombo there. And then we can do okay with this, I suppose. We could crack stubbies here to save this turn. We're not going to. Let's go Enlightened. Put this under.
Take 5.
You're right. It's go again. And then let's go.
I knew it. Lebowski knew it.
Yeah, we all knew it. And then let's go Eliminate for 4.
Knox Harrington knew it. Sure. This seems a fine thing to block. 4.
You got it. I almost got my secret charge in there.
Use the hat while you got the hat. You know, I've always said that.
You know, you have always said that. Yeah.
Literally, if you got the hat, use the hat. There it is. Sonata. Hits for 1. Dread Triptych.
Take. Now this is what I call pod racing. Oh yeah, see? So strange. Bolton, you're just the weirdest.
Joe Solo, let's be real. The biggest problem with Bolton is that it's not Azalea.
Bolton is just the weirdest hero.
Let's go. Rune Flash, 4 pop, 1 gets created.
Take 4, take 4. Actually, take 3. Because I'm going to block with my hat.
You got it? Use the hat. Got the hat?
Well, I can. I mean, I never know when I'm going to need to...
Yeah. All right. Well, let's...
Use it on a hit effect? Who needs that? Oh, see, that's where you use it.
You want to save it?
No, it doesn't matter.
Meet and greet, 1 pops, 1 gets created.
All right, take 1. And then take 4.
Create a rune chain. I pitched the wrong card. Hold on.
I think this is probably particularly hard for Bolton, too.
Meet and greet? Yeah. Pop 2, 1 gets created.
That's good. Take 4.
Swing a sword for 5.
And take 5.
Arsenal pass.
Okay. I like that.
Visco Burr.
All right, Tunica. Let's go.
Kidding me, America?
Express Lightning. Charging a beacon because I just don't have the soul to power it. 3 coming at you, if you can believe it.
No block.
Let's give it a go again. Snapdragon's popping.
I was like, what gives it go again?
Let's go eliminate for 4. If it hits, it goes to soul. Even Yvonne, why not Sabers in this matchup? So if you look at the, just rewind the video. Basically what we're testing here is Raiden full on aggro, right? It's not like what's the best Bolton deck in this meta. It's is this Bolton deck even in the conversation is what we're testing.
No block.
I'm gonna give it +3. I'm gonna give it a go again. It's gonna go to my soul.
Come on now.
Then we're going to Tunic, Blitz for 5, but go again.
Bolton go Burr. I'm about to get serious here. Not that I wasn't being serious.
I'm about to start playing the game now. It's like playing against your brother in a fighting game. All right, man. I guess I'm gonna have to get serious. Yeah, so I agreed. Meet and greet turns are where Arcane Barrier makes sense. I also don't think this Bolton deck in particular could even stop the Rune Chance.
Take 5.
Like, if you look at this hand, it was 3 reds and 1 yellow. So, like, even if you prevent, let's say, 3 to 4 Rune Chant damage, it won't matter. Your damage goes down so much that you just lose 1 turn after you normally would. Raiden for 3.
Take 3.
Okay. What's up, Van?
Mortar-Tide. Spellblade Assault. Create 5 Rune Chance. 4 damage coming at you.
Take 4. That's all you got?
Just like that.
Bruh.
Easy.
Easy. Easy. One on the Tunic there.
Raven, watching 2 aggro decks goldfish in each other is so thrilling. Laughy face.
You're gonna learn today. Okay.
It's the first test you gotta run. Who's faster
You
with no blocks?
you gotta run the slot machine. You just gotta find out, you know? Find out where you're at. Oh. This is not really what you want to do, but is it what you have to do? Is it? That's a question for me, and What are you at? 17 over there? All right, let's get to conceivably we're threatening you. Can we even get there? 4, 10, 14 doesn't threaten 17, does it? What about 10? I mean, it's conceivable. Oh no, you got your armor too. We gotta remember the armor. That's always the tricky part, isn't it?
Yeah, hidden 5 block over there if you don't close the chain. More if you do.
All right, then I'm gonna play smart, but probably wrong. All right, be the Vanguard coming in for a singular charge. At you for 4.
Block 2.
Signal. We
2.
dead next turn. I'm gonna trigger Helm of Sharp Eye.
Send the flares.
It's a reaction here. Oh my gosh, you couldn't write it better. And then we're gonna give it go again.
I almost didn't block that with that armor because I was like, what if he gets a snatch? He did.
Okay,
It's fine. Who knows, man? Maybe you got the heat here.
it's not impossible that I do. So let's go 5 with Snatch.
Dr. Monk, the dice trays are made by us. You can find them on the website, teamkevin.com. It should be a majestic board.
Mm-hmm.
Snatch for 5.
Snatch for 5.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all. Almost looking like it should have been a Stubby's turn.
Doesn't hit Snatch.
Got too much health. Need that hat. Yeah, I mean, I really shouldn't let this hit on any universe.
Did we get Vista Block? I mean, it's already won. The game is already over.
You're at 12?
Yeah.
Asking for a friend. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. 5. You got
All
it.
right, let's give it a go again.
Don't make me regret it. It's a fine day when I'm getting a double use out of my hat. Let's go. Hat on. Hat on, eyes and heart open.
Eyes with pride.
Hat on. Heart open. It's an old band joke.
If you can believe it. All right, I'm gonna at least force you to like squirm a little bit. Let's do that. Eliminate for 5.
Block for 1.
All right, go again. Goes the soul. That's Lumina. Close the chain. Raiden for 4.
You got there.
Did you with Stubby's hit Raiden? Wouldn't that be sick?
Block 4.
All right, go again, swing for 4.
Yeah, I'll take 4.
All right. Trigger it. 1 soul, 1 life.
Give me another piece of armor token.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Gorgonian Tome. World classic. Ruby and Skies. skeleton.
It's always so funny when you say that.
Maruvian's guy.
Yes. Are you gonna play that Sonata Arcanix card?
Yeah, I sure am. That's weird.
Isn't that crazy how that lines up?
It just is like
It's like you wait for it to hit your hand and then you pop your skeleton.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
So it's just X is going to be 3, so I'm looking at 6.
Okay. Are you gonna whiff all those cards for me though? For real? Just today?
It's pretty bad.
See, it's perfectly balanced.
It's for 1. I'm telling you, man.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I've been saying it.
This deck's got the longest legs in existence. You haven't seen legs this long.
So that says the Maruvian always gets me. Another favorite of mine from Arsenal Pass is the Skeleta.
Yeah. Is that Hayden says that?
I think so, yeah.
Hayden does say that.
All right, dude.
Right.
This is how it's going to be.
I played Enlightened earlier, not as Ravenous Rabble, didn't I? I played it as Enlightened Strike.
You did.
Yeah. Whoops.
Who knows what would happen.
It's actually better. It's just strictly better. A 0 for 4 that you don't lose a card for versus a 5 that
a
you lose
0
a card
for 3 or 4.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well.
Pass?
No.
Ah, dang it.
It's a good try. I like what you're trying to do here. Yeah. Spellblade Assault for free, blue. How's go again? 6 pop, 3 get created.
I'll take 6 and then actually look at this. Does not have go again?
It does have go again. If it hits, I create 2 rune chance.
Oh, well.
And then you can kill it. You gotta block it. There's no choice.
That's horrid.
Patrick says, just got here, Zach. Can you tell Steven how you made me cry in our league game last week? I didn't, but you were a great opponent. I really enjoyed playing against you. I was playing my Briar deck last week in the league. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that deck just goes patty cakes. I'm telling you, man. We got done. It was like comical how just like I think I was telling him the story about you asking me for a run rule when we were testing that one day. You're like, stop it.
All right, let's block it. You got it. You earned 1.
Yeah.
What now?
Oh, you had another rune chant hit you.
I did?
That's fine.
Okay, well, it doesn't change anything to it.
You still don't have Arcane Barrier, so...
No, yeah, come on, bring it on.
We're going to play Maruvian. We're going to swing the sword. 6 Arcane, 2 physical.
All right, you did it. I mean, that's like a really... I think that's really pretty okay.
I mean, going first.
This is a solid foundation, at least, if you wanted to like take this and start trying to make it like good.
You were literally. I feel like it's always close here, except for you're about a half turn off or a turn off. Like if you could go first twice.
Yeah, but it's hard to find a deck that doesn't feel that way into this. In the race, at least. All right, let's do Dory Axis and show. You want to show this in a mid range and see what an actual mid range deck looks like.
Into Dory?
Yeah.
I think a comparison.
It'd be good to kind of see what mid range actually looks like.
I'll play this all day. I have a blast playing this thing.
Yeah. So you could take this. I think this is reasonable, right? This is the basically Bolton on steroids deck.
I think you can also see, like, if you're looking at how the math is done to balance these things. Mm-hmm. Even Bolton in his current state, and as crazy as people think Vis is, obviously the thing about Vis is he can pop 10, 20 damage out, seemingly a lot out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it always feels bad because it seems like he's doing it unfairly.
It does, yeah.
But like, we just played 3 or 4 in a row, and it's like you got me under 7 every time.
It's not just a total lot. Like it's not.
Yeah, and that time you didn't even use Stubby.
Didn't use Stubbs.
So like that could have easily been an extra couple of damage, right? Mm-hmm. So if you just used it somewhere.
Just used it somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's
Silhouette asking, why do you like playing this, but I've never seen you play Chain? I have played a little bit of Chain, but a few things happen with Chain. The first is thematically and lore-wise, he's just a bit darker. He's like clearly dark. Like not that I mind playing those characters at all. Like, you know, I play Palpatine in Star Wars sometimes. But he's just kind of like that. The shadow is just a little creepy. you know? So it's not... This to me is like... And even if you read the lore, it's true. It's
You like somebody who has potential for redemption.
That's right. It's
like Vader over Palpatine.
That's right. It's even in his case, like becoming a Runeblade was. It seems like something he's being subjected to, and like that kind of a thing. And he reminds me of like Nazgul, a big Lord of the Rings fan. And then mechanically, how he plays is way more interesting to me. Chain, the banish mechanic. The other thing is Chain got really popular really fast, and he was kind of dominant, and that just isn't that interesting to me. But there was a good year and a half where I was playing Viscera, and everyone thought he was horrible.
Yeah,
like just
it's when your favorite band becomes popular, right? And it's like,
yeah,
I was here though. I was here the whole time.
I've been here this whole time.
I deal with that too.
Oh.
Yeah, agreed. The Prism Mirror is an exercise in misery. It's horrible.
Man, wow.
Horrible. Like it makes you just want to go the other direction.
Tim and Ian were playing that match recently. I was watching them.
It's like, you know what though? You know what? I feel like that's an acceptable downside to bringing Prism to an event, because there's so many upsides. But if you have to grind through a mirror, at least make that unfortunate.
That's about right. Loose leaf tea. So saying, isn't Vista's story he's being kind of held against his will by Sutcliffe? There's a little piece of lore that come through, like on Runic Reclamation. The quote says, "A morbid union. Visceray's hunger for revenge and his master's hunger for power." It's just that classic Vader-Palpatine relationship, I think, in a different setting, and there's key differences, of course, but yeah. And like, if you look at the first 8 heroes, which is where we spent a lot of our early time, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I look at the first 4 heroes, and it's very clear in retrospect. Bravo's my favorite from the first set, and then you look at the second set. It's like, I'm not a huge Dash fan. Wizard is somewhat appealing, but it makes my head hurt, so I stopped.
Yeah.
And then there's literally Ranger and this left.
True. Like, yeah, the easy choice.
Yeah,
right? It ain't gonna be Ranger. I'm telling you that.
Adam says, "Are you guys so against Blitz you won't play it?" I'm not. I think Blitz.
I'll say this. I just think it's a worse version of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a lot of upside for a lot of other reasons, but if you have the option, and like Zach's got this full collection we can use, it's a way better version of the game. It's just Blitz, but it goes twice as long, and you don't get randomly blown out.
What's crazy to me, think about this.
You get blown out by your own decisions.
Think about this. This is what is Bonkstown to me about Blitz. We are finishing games in 3 turns.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This might kill you on turn 1.
I mean, you have some Reinhardt games that are like, oh, well, they drew an insane thing, and now I can't block because of 4 Intimidate, and it's over. Like, in Constructed, that has to happen twice, at least.
Like, this is, and, whether or not this is good or not is a question, but there's this hand, right? Picture
this.
Mark me. Mordred Tide. Turn 1. You can full block, basically get a mulligan.
Doesn't matter.
Mordred Tide, right? Then I play Swarming Gloombolt. 2 chance get creators coming in for 4. Great. Then I play Revel and Runeblood, create 6 more. So now I'm at 8. Then I pop my gloves. Now I'm at 11.
I can only halfway listen.
Then I Skeleton, play Sonata as my 4th card, and I'm looking at 8 cards. So let's say I draw, not even the maximum 4. Let's say I draw 2, but I've got 11 rune chance. And then the 2 I draw, insert anything here. The attack's going to be free. It has, let's say, whatever, go again attack that I need to have. And then you swing the sword. And it's like, I might kill you that turn. It's crazy.
It's very true. Watch out. I agree, Adam. Yeah, some of the Blitz heroes are great. I just put them in the main game, right? I think with J Raven, Benji's weird. Like, I think Benji represents, so Zach and I are working on, there's a podcast series we're doing that's in the works. It's going to be really great. And it's essentially a lot about things that we've seen in the past 20 plus years of games, being a part of a lot of different communities that you kind of immediately, they get your hackles up of like, hey, this probably is a problem. Like, this is going to be an issue. Good examples of that are like recursion. Recursion is always watch out. Anytime you put recursion in the game, watch out, because that's going to get busted. It just does. If you can recur things easily, it's over. Another such thing is like the word can't, which maybe we need to add to the list. It's in the denial series. But anytime you have a card that says can't, so like Benji says you cannot block if it's this kind of attack, it just is less fun. You're just basically saying like there's a piece of the game that if you didn't tech for, is just impossible. You can't. Your opponent now has potentially 0 input, and your deck doing what it's supposed to do is controlling the game. Now there's play against Benji, of course. There's a lot of things you need to know going into that match and the things that you can do about it. But it's just one of those heroes that you look at and you're like, got to be careful with that. Got to be really careful with anything that strictly says can't, rather than somebody like Bolton that if you do it, there is a penalty, but you can still do it.
Yeah. That's right, AJ. Healing and damage.
Nailed it. Yeah, that's literally. Is that in the denial bucket?
I don't think so.
Different bucket?
It's in a bucket, though. Yeah, that's going to be a good series. Bring out some designers. It'll be a good time. I think.
All right, let's see what mid-range does into this.
Even Steven?
No, I want to do one, and then I've got another, and then I want to try with the shunts and just see what that does. This is likely what I'm playing for the ProQuest.
Even Steven.
All right, I'm going first. It's the only way this is conceivably won.
That's a good die roll, then.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can roll into a 1. Oh, look at that. Onto the tunic out of 1.
Thank you. Okie dokie. I'm gonna Arsenal and pass here. Everybody.
I see we've got a philosopher here. Making good choices instead of just swinging at me and letting me mulligan. Let's go Whisper the Oracle Blue.
Oh, I've never seen you play that card before.
Really?
Not once since we've been playing.
Really?
It's a good one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love Whisper. I remember I was at Vegas desperately looking for an answer to Prism. And that's the first time I realized it blocked for 3.
Nathaniel, we talked about Axes Over Swords earlier. Spill Blood and Static +1/+2 damage, I think, is way stronger than Slice. Because Slice on mid-range turn is still 3 cards, and that's asking a ton if you're playing a mid-range deck.
On top of bottom.
For 4 damage, especially.
Let's create a enchant with my Glovey Gloves. And then let's read the runes, create 4 more.
You gave me my all-blue hand.
Arsenal
Luckily, I've found a way to make it not just awful. It's an important thing with your blues. You got to make sure that when you get stuck with all of them, it's not just unplayable.
That is a good thing.
And here's such an example. Now we got to think about what we want to get out of our arsenal. So that's the new consideration. You didn't even give me a chance to dynamo. Why are you just the worst? I mean, that's exactly what we didn't want. All right, let's do blue driving blade there. And then let's punch here to pay for that and the swing. I've not had to calculate these turns much, so it's going to take a second.
You're good. I'm not in a rush. Someone asking why Northern Hood and not Skullcap. Effectively, against Viscerate, like was being made, explained earlier from the chat, being able to prevent the rune damage shuts down a lot of his turns. And the Dory deck actually has a good number of blues, so you can pretty efficiently cover that up. She also can play a great 2-card hand, so you can actually pitch 2 blues, cancel 6 rune chant damage, potentially shutting down weird plays like Rattle Bones or Meet and Greet, and still come back with a good turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do it like this. Or we can end with no arsenal. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, pitch there. Swing for 3 with go again. No resources flowing. Yeah, I think dynamos actually work now with Blade Runner. It's super good.
Sorry, what's happening?
Swing for 3 with go again.
No block.
Natty go again. Okay, so this axe is going to trigger. Take 3. Dory. There.
Raven, I don't currently play OTK variant and axes.
Okay, so then we go red hit and run. Then I think this is the arsenal card. Let's pitch. Give me 2 resources here. Activate Brave Forge. Pay 1. Swing for 7. With go again.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Take 7?
Okay. And then we'll swing back at you for 3 with the 3rd hatchet.
Yeah, it should take 3. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good turn.
Not terrible for all blues.
Yeah, right? That's good to know.
Yeah. Because sometimes that does happen where, like, you don't even attack, and it's like, well, you better figure this out.
A lot of pathways old duder can take
Old
here.
duder's head there, huh? Now we're playing Fab. I love mid-range so much. It's all I ever want to play. Sometimes it's just not good.
Almost there.
I'm really annoyed. That's right, Adam. That's what we say. Playing against someone who's pretty good, and whenever I swing for a lot, they just go no blocks. I now have some monster turn coming back at me. That's what we say. No damage is free right there. Username 1445, swing for 11, dominate, go again. It's fine. I think what the Dory deck runs into most is that people don't block it anyway. So dominate doesn't matter at all until when they're on like 10...
Till it do matter.
5 to 10 health. So like late game, I think blue push forward's really good late game. I would not run the reds. I tested the reds for a while, and the reality is it's just a 1 for +3. They were never blocking that swing anyway. Depending on the deck. The top decks right now, that's the case. If you find yourself into, you know, the Oldhams and stuff that are trying to play control, that's a different story. But Prism doesn't want to block that swing anyway. Vis doesn't want to block that swing at all. And Bravo, new Bravo, can't really because they want to trigger their ability and hit you back for 13 to 15 with a control effect.
I'm going to go E-Strike for 5 with Gogan and 5 Rune Chance Pop.
Yeah, 2 cards in hand?
2 cards?
3.
3, yeah. Same
Liar.
thing. Same thing.
So this is the case where like the double pitch to prevent 5 does not feel right. And you've got no hit effects I'm worried about. So I'll take 10 there. If I could block all of that ruin damage, I would, but I cannot.
Okay. Now
I'm waiting for the mauve. I know you got a hit effect coming. Come on, man. I'm not wasting my dynamo on a 5 damage strike.
It's actually different than you expect. Let's go Rattlebones as an instant.
This is one of those weird Ruin Blade turns.
2 actions. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I thought I had a Glooming in discard pile. Where'd that go? Hold on.
Last turn.
Changes everything.
Roll it back.
My eyeballs.
You want to pitch or change the enlighten?
I don't know. That's bizarro.
Go all the way back.
Oh yeah, hold on.
There's games blurring together.
I could have sworn I had. Oh, I guess I think it was last game.
Mm-hmm.
I blocked with a Glooming on turn 1. And in my mind, that was just sitting there. I was like, this is great. Not great. Oh, and I get this card back. All right. Rewind it back.
Little Johnny got the homies with the...
Let's become the Arc Knight. Let's ditch and attack.
Is that the words? Little Johnny got the homies?
I think so. Little Johnny got the homies.
Make my buddies go clap. Like they're at a birthday party.
I got a Revel and Runeblood.
Little Johnny got the homies. And my buddies go clap. It's like, a birthday cake kind of situation.
Yeah.
Everyone's gathered around the table. You can see it in your head, right?
It basically writes itself, right?
Johnny and the buddies.
All right. Here we go.
Is this even content?
Gloomy? I don't think so. 1 gets created. 5 arcane, 3 physical coming at you.
You got 2 cards in that dumb hand?
Mm-hmm.
5 arcane, 3 physical. It's just a waste of a card. I mean, this is like, what is this? A 3 damage attack that does nothing, right?
Let's go again. And it created a Rune Treant. I mean, it's just value town.
All right, I'm gonna play an off kilter thing here. I'm gonna block 2 ruin chants and take 3, and then I'm gonna take 3 more.
You got it. Revel and Runeblood.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go E-Strike for 7 and 6.
6 popping. Okay.
No, not 7. We're gonna do 6, 5, and I'm gonna draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Arsenal.
Okay. Then this can work. All right, 6. We're going to take 6. So 4, 5, 6, 2 there. Then we're going to block E-Strike 1 there. And then we'll react the blue Steel Blade for 4.
Got it. Covered it up. Arsenal pass.
Okay. That was that weird. So like on that all blue hand, it was like, what am I going to Arsenal? And I felt like that was the one I could actually get out of Arsenal sooner. And against a Ruin Blade, right? A blue turns into 6 prevention is pretty solid.
Yeah. That's good value.
Yeah, it's okay. You still got to spin the card, but like for a blue, you don't hate it, right? Okay, here's the worst version of this turn. I hate leading with hit and run. I hate it so much, but sometimes it's what you gotta do. All right, Hatchet a Body 2 with Go Again.
No block.
I've got so many options here. I think this is safer in Arsenal. All right, Brave Forge, swing 4.
Take 4.
Dynamo, uncharge. Arsenal pass.
All right.
The problem though, Adam, is just the math on it is very bad.
Mordred Tide, Spellblade Assault, create 5 Rune Chance.
And then you come in for 4.
Yep. Now go again. Etc. Etc.
Ooh, and now we're on all reds. Well, that's just a fascinating one.
It's a good turn for me not to be popping a Rune Chance on you.
True. True. All right, so this is a different line then. So if we do swing, swing from the tables of my heart, then we can do it that way. That bails us out. We could also swing that way. I feel like that's probably what the deck wants to do. Or we could come in with this, 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 this. That's a weirder turn. Okay, black 3/4 in the dynamo.
We got.
You know, at one point I had over 30 blues in here, and I would still get all red hands. It doesn't seem possible, does it? Doesn't seem like that should be happening, does it?
That seems crazy. Yeah.
Hatchet for 2. Yeah, exactly, Raven. So like hit and run, it comes out to 3 per card at its best if they don't block.
Hat for 2.
Yeah, let's respond with Blade Runner. Pitch there. And then we're gonna go +3 and then swing Hatchet for 9.
How you paying? Oh, there it is. I was like,
yeah.
Where did that come from?
And I'll trigger Dynamite to turn stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Sometimes you do this. Let's take 9.
Take 9, yeah.
Look at you.
Dynamo out. If that hadn't been all reds, boy, you better watch your back.
Watch yourself.
Spill blood into a
Bugatti.
red Blade Runner. What's going on here?
I do declare. Mortar
Great card.
Let's go Amplify the Arcanite for free. 5 pop, 2 get created.
Take 5.
6 damage coming at you after that.
No go again currently.
Nope.
But you can creepers and you will.
Yes. And ooh, is it gonna be a show tonight?
It's another really, you know, this is the problem with Dory. You can throw as many blues in there as you want.
Sometimes you don't get them.
And it's just 2 hands in a row is like crazy.
Because you have multiple kinds of hands, right? All blues, which we saw. No blues, which we also saw.
Mm-hmm. It's just not distributed well.
But this is the...
That's why it's a card game, right?
This is the game. Yeah, you have to know what you're doing when you don't have the resources you need.
6 with no hit effect, I don't block.
I had an all red hand earlier that was pretty bummer, actually. It's like if I had a blue, it unlocks. Like
Unlocks
a couple
the
of my
whole
turns,
world, doesn't it?
Like there's one turn where I just played the Swellblade Assault, and there was another turn where I just played something. Like I had the weird 2 turns. I was just like, no blues, this is a problem. All right, you taking 6?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll activate my Spellbound Creepers.
In an instant window before I take the damage or whatever.
No,
You don't even have to.
This is just post.
It just gets to be a thing, yeah.
Revel in Runeblood. It's going to create 7 rune chance.
Cool.
Don't mind me. I get my action back. You see. Pay 1. I'm going to play a red meet and greet. 9 pop, 2 get created. If it hits, I get 2 more, and it does have go-go.
Boy, is that good.
I told you, dude. It's crazy town.
Crazy town.
Imagine if this card had been Sonata. It's like make 9, pop Sonata, play it. It's just like...
Alright, there's no need. There's no need to mess with that. Well, on all reds, blocking 9, it doesn't happen very well. 7, 8, 9. And then meet and greet. Let's do 3, 4 and dynamo.
Swing for 2, 2, 2 with the sword.
That's 6.
It is indeed.
It's not enough. At every turn, it's just bad. We'll Brave Forge and then take 4.
You got it.
Okay. You're at 13. Okay, no arsenal card. Fine. Maybe we'll get lucky. Swing for 2. Got 1 float. Travis tracking it for us. Casual 29 damage this turn. That's why you can't play Bolton, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you can't play Bolton.
It is pretty wild. I'll be the first to admit it. I love it. Okay, hold on. Let me just do my calculus.
Nathaniel, I don't like recompense there. We've tried it, man. I've tried warfare, recompense. You don't have the time to fix future hands in this game right now. You just don't. I mean, I would love it, but I think you just have to harder the cards at it. On like 24 blues in the deck, 1 in 10 hands, you're going to be all reds. Fine. Hand like this, you got yellows too. So like, I think it's 30. I think I looked at 36 non-red cards. So you should see a yellow or a blue.
Yeah, sure. Block 3.
Blocking. Well, this is exciting. Let's play Blade Runner. And then I'll pitch swing 6. See where you end up there.
No resources, no go again.
No, I can't do anything else.
Take 6.
Okay. Then my recharge. Axes come back.
Now this is exciting.
Axes come back, says. Okay, so you blocking there. Hopefully I can get out of this with 1 card lost. I think we all know that's somewhat unlikely.
Come the Arc Knight. Get you non-attack action.
Mm-hmm. Adam, if you can figure out a better way to do that turn. Come on in.
Get a Gloom Veil. Pay 2, create or enchant. Play Gloom Veil. 1 pops, 1 gets created. Attack's coming at you for 4.
Mm-hmm.
Has go again.
For 4, huh?
Yep.
Okay. How many cards in here? Just a sword swing next.
Yep.
Okay.
It's true, Travis. Saying if this is defense, the last turn before that was 4 damage, but I created Rune Chance off of a 3-card hand. I did 4 physical, but created 5 Rune Chance. So that's why it always feels so bad. The turns he's really getting at you, it seems unfair.
So that's coming in for 4. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. 1 arcane, 4 physical.
Yeah. And you're coming in with no arsenal. That's not terrible, honestly. So we've got 1/1. So we got 3 after this. Which we might just have to deal with. Oh, it's so bad. I hate these moments against Viz. And you haven't even cracked the Skeleton yet. Or the Scalata.
Scalata? Scalita. Scalita.
Okay.
Give me the blue, give me the blue.
Yeah, I mean it's all gonna turn out the same. Same damage either direction.
Prevent 1.
Prevent 1. 4 coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we 3, 4, and then 3 is coming in, and then I go down to 1, which I can't do. So I'm gonna have to throw both into this. Oh, it's so bad. Why are you the worst deck in the meta?
There's Escalita on the screen. We need to create a character. Scalita.
Mr. Scalita.
I was picturing there was a very nice lady. Used to work for my dad way back. Lita? You probably knew Lita.
I think I remember Lita, yeah.
I actually ran into her once in my car. Not her as a person, but her car.
Oh!
Yeah. I backed into her, like,
Yikes.
you know, years later. She's very sweet. She told no one. It's a secret. She took it to her grave.
Oh, that's very nice.
Mad respect.
Did she actually die, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yikes. I guess it comes for us all. Block 4 there.
2 floating. That's fine. Swing the sword. 1, 2, 2.
Mm-hmm. Block 1. Block 1. Take 1. And then 2 coming in.
What could go wrong?
If I go down to 1, you win on a sword swing.
Yep. But if you go down to 1, do you lose? Forever?
Yeah, I mean, you can't go down to 1, right? So it's either Brave Forge or Tunic, or both.
Yeah.
And it's a great question, really. That gets equipment block. So I don't think there's a winning position here at 7. So let's block with bracers.
Take 1?
I'll take 1.
Over to you?
Yeah.
Dory's got that weird reaction math I gotta watch out for.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get you in a strange place. So I'm gonna play Enlightened Strike, and it's actually a pretty cool question here. So you want to say 7 because you threaten lethal, but you've got Grasp and Skeleton, and it accomplishes absolutely nothing to make me win a game.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna draw a card off this. Hope it's good. Put it in the arsenal. Knowing that I've had 2 red heavy hands is probably a blue, so it's probably bad. But
I think it's absolutely the right decision.
You gotta take a shot, right?
Alan, either of you heading to Indy in 2 weeks. I am heading to Indy.
Zach's Indy ready.
Yeah.
5 to you.
Don't know if I'm Indy ready,
But I'm going.
but I am going to Indy. Yeah. Let's block with a little Scalita.
Oh gosh.
I'm not using it actually.
Okay,
I'm just blocking,
Take
taking
3.
3.
Take 3. At least I get an arsenal card, so if I can...
I'm putting myself in a position to use it and to threaten that I'm going to use it, you know?
Yeah, as you should. As you should.
Yeah. Blue Maruvian. I have a friend that calls it Maruvian. Can't not call it Mavrian, just so everyone's aware. There's a reason I'm doing it, and it's just so funny. It's very funny.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. All right. Then we'll play a Blue Spellblade Assault with Go again.
This is not terrible for me.
It's going to create 3 rune chance. And it's coming at you for 2.
Yeah. So we need to block 4 ruin chance this turn.
Yeah, Benjamin and Travis, say hi. Definitely excited to meet people at Indy.
Do I have any frisky way out of this one? Gotta block that attack. Gotta pitch 2 cards to block 4 rune chance. And gotta block that attack. So I'm 4 cards out by my math. That's right? Isn't that so stupid?
What could go wrong?
I hate this deck. I hate it so much. Okay, 2 coming in. You gotta block it.
Adam, you guys have made up names for cards? This is totally new information. That's right. We call nothing by its official name.
Block 3.
Yeah. Swing Sword, 3-2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Cash. AJ, we'll see. I'll see you in Jersey.
Block 3.
If Steven qualifies, there's going to be a lot of pressure.
I won't be there.
Just a heartbreaker. Dream crusher.
Block 1 with null run 1. Doesn't matter. And then block 2 there.
Right.
Hope you can't do anything good on a 5-card hand.
Arsenal pass. You take 1 from the... Yeah, there you go. Hope I can't swing the sword with my 5-card
Yeah,
hand.
sure hope.
It is not looking good for you. What's the most devastating way to do this?
You don't actually have to think about it if we just want to go to the next game.
Yeah. Move
There's
in.
a lot of
meet and greet.
thousands of ways to lose here.
And then I'm going to be able to swing a sword.
Okay, not too far behind there either. With some wonky hands. I gotta tell you, I hate these time snap potions.
Clark asking, in summary, is the aggro meta a problem? So here's
It's better than a control meta.
Here's several thoughts to throw you while Steven's thinking about his life over there. One, which is exactly what he said. It's way better than a control meta. I've existed in games when control is the power, and that loses players quicker than... I don't even know. I need some good saying to say for something fast. Quick. Right? It's fast. It's one thing when your opponent's beating you because they're playing, doing what you're expected to do, which is damage faster than you. At least, like with Bolton earlier, it's like, is there a stack of cards that can actually move as fast as the opponent was moving? It's hypothetically true. When you're just not letting that's kind of the concern with the start of the show, is that it is doing damage pretty quickly, but on all those discard effects, it's also just not letting you do what you do. And it's a fine balance, right? You want that tension where, to me, the nucleus of what makes Flesh and Blood so fascinating is the more I decide to block you, the less I get to do back to you on my turn. And that decision point is like at the center of Flesh and Blood. So when he's got Dominate and also discard your cards, you can't, right? You can't choose the cards you're blocking with, so you lose agency on the defense. And then you get to keep random cards that maybe mean you really can't do anything that you were trying to do. And of course, he doesn't hit it every turn, and he can't have a discard card every turn. But it's a question of, is it too much, right? Is it too far? In my opinion, the fact that we have 3 major decks right now with 3 very different archetypes, Star of the Show, Prism, and Viscera, that are kind of, at the top of the list, as it were. Even if that was just the end of my sentence, that would be not awful for a game.
Very true.
It can be way worse. The other thing is, if you look at the actual representation of heroes in top cuts, and even winning tournaments, like I've seen Briar winning, I've seen Dory winning, I've seen Bolton win one, and like you go down the list. And it's because Star of the Show can beat Viscera pretty consistently. Prism can beat Star of the Show pretty consistently, and Viscera can beat Prism pretty consistently.
And notably on that score, it's not like the true rock, paper, scissors where you just lose. It's like a 70-30 or an 80-20.
Yep.
That's what you're looking at.
So, of course, if you're on one of those 3 decks, they're really good. And you can technically beat any of the other 3 decks. But because that is rotational, like as an example, this Dory deck, I think the Dory, any Dory, is way, like especially Dory Axes.
Not Dawnblade.
It's so good into Star of the Show because you have the D-Reacts, you have all the defense, you have all the armor.
Actually, Dawnblade would be very good into Starbow.
He doesn't want to block.
It'd be very good in that.
But the main point on her is that she can play 2-card hands. And actually pressure, and he doesn't like to block that. So I think there are decks out there that are very good into the popular deck. So we kind of have this really weird... there's very few heroes I actually genuinely think, if you took this to the event, there's just no way you're going to win.
There's a ton of great 1.5 stuff right now.
Yep.
Tons of great. I think this is the best meta for Flesh and Blood I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, because I think Briar's playable. I think Chain's playable. I think the only ones let's go the other way. The ones I don't think are really playable, I think Leviah is questionable. But people... You
can always get there with Leviah. You can always have your double Blood Rush turn at the right time.
But like to win a PQ...
It'd be very tough.
You can take it to a tournament and have a winning record. You might even make the cut.
Yeah.
But I think to win 3 in a row in the top 8 is going to be tough. And then Reinhardt's close, but I think he's playable.
Yeah. Azalea, Lexi,
Azalea,
yes.
definitely is lower on the
Bolton,
list. Dory,
maybe.
yes.
Dory, yes. Bolton combo can. So Bolton combo is good.
I think one thing...
Yeah, everything. I think Ninjas
that's what I'm
are
saying.
a good spot.
You go down the list, and it's like, you can actually make it happen with most of these heroes. But I will say one thing I see a lot of is people playing against Viscera being like, this is a problem, right? And getting frustrated at it. Or playing against Prism and saying, this is not good. Or playing against Star of the Show, and it's like, I can't do anything. And it seems like I think there's a lot of bias going on, which is this is not how I want to play. Like, if you're really into Warrior, as an example, you might look at Wizard and Runeblade and be like, this isn't Flesh and Blood. Mm-hmm. It's been there from the very beginning. Like, it is Flesh and Blood. There's just lots of different...
It's magic.
If you don't want every deck to feel exactly the same, you have to have something in the game that isn't just attack actions and defense cards that are doing their thing. And so it's this weird...
According to you.
For me, I really like playing Viscera as
I'll
an
get
example.
to play Sealed later, you know?
And for a long time, I've really not liked Prism. But I also understand that way of playing is really appealing to some people.
Yeah.
And that's cool. And there's a lot of different options that I can play if I don't like losing to Prism. And thank goodness Viscera is one of them right now.
I'm serious, man. The balance is so tight. Like, it's the best. Seriously, the best I've seen. Obviously, there's a lot of fundamental math going on, and you can skew that. You know, like a Starver deck right now might have like a 5 to 10% advantage on the numbers, like compared to the top decks. Maybe it's a little over tweaked, but like, man, we've been in some weird games, and like this is so tight.
This is clean, very clean.
You want to take first? See how bad it goes?
Sure.
I put the shunts in, so I want to see how bad it is with you going first.
All right. What's the best I can do?
Evan, Awakening can be could definitely be an issue because it basically gets into free territory, and that's another thing you always have to be on guard about, right? Free is a problem. That's why Skeleton is an issue. That's why Awakening is going to be an issue. Designers have to be very careful around free effects, and sometimes they're not.
Sonata?
It kind of is exciting sometimes. Sometimes it isn't.
Whiffed.
That's a fine Sonata to whiff.
It's a totally fair card.
It's like that Brute card that half the time does nothing.
Right.
Basically the same thing. Upside, of course, is you draw a card and do some damage, but upside is also you can scale it up to about 20 cards with your equipment.
All right. Let's play
It's basically the same.
Runeblood Incantation. Create a rune chant. Arsenal pass.
What a weird hand I've got here. I've got an old-fashioned hand.
Oldie but a goodie?
This is an old-fashioned Welcome to Wraith hand right here. Oldie but a goodie, that's right. How about, you ever thought to yourself, Enlightened Strike for 5 would go again?
You know, about once per day, I think that. Yeah, at least.
I agree, Rand. I would like that too for Brood. I think the design space is totally there. It should happen.
I'll take 5.
How about following up with a Snatch for 4? Oh,
You like stock?
what's up? Give me an Arsenal choice, would you?
Yeah, it doesn't much matter, does it? What are you going to do? Give it a go again?
No, I will not. I don't even think it's possible. Not here.
Block 3, take 1.
Okay.
Hope you love it.
We love it.
Rune chant slides over from my daily cats. Maruvian. It's the energy with which I say it that I think gets you. Spellblade Assault Red. 2 pop, 3 get created. Let's go.
You got 1 card in your arsenal. You've got Go Again from Mavrian.
Yeah, this is the Revel and Runeblood territory here.
That card is a powerhouse. Mavrian. Come on. Total powerhouse card. All right, I'll play your game. Let's block 2.
Yeah.
4 with a hit effect. Unacceptable.
The Runeblade special.
Unfortunately, it's not what we want.
The daily value menu.
Maybe just a sword swing, right? It's probably just a sword swing.
What up, Obsidian? Odds are high.
It's just a bummer. I like this card. Sometimes you just can't be attached there, right? You can't be attached to cards.
This is not an emotional game, it's a logical game.
That's right. Triple dog dare.
It's like life.
All right, block 4 on the dynamo there.
Yeah. Swing a sword. 3/2/2. The value.
Take 7 here.
Over to you, my dude.
Tuna cup. Oh wait, I block 1. Take 6. Had 1 floating there. Duh. In a tournament, it's just like, just lost.
The game must surely be over.
Swing 2 at you.
Mm-hmm. Tied on health, eh?
Mm-hmm. Can't use your stupid hat.
Take it.
Use it later though. Blue Blade Runner. And then swing for 4.
No block.
Okay. Dynamo comes back online.
We back.
And we're back.
All right. Rune Chant gets created. Thanks for playing. Sonata.
I should be doing that. Why am I not doing that? That's hilarious.
Sonata.
Sonata. Ruin Blade. We could be way funnier if we were paying attention.
Yes, that thing.
I'm sitting in the chat. First time viewer, long time listener.
Let's get...
Long time viewer, first time commenter. Just joined the Discord yesterday. Literally been there from day 1, I think.
Yeah,
I think Obsidian has been there from day 1.
Seems accurate.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's an obvious play. I get the blue. One arcane coming at you.
1 arcane coming at me, 1 rune chant sitting there.
Just looking at you, casually.
All right. Well, let's pitch the old time snap. It's all I ever do in this matchup with it. I can't stand the card, ultimately.
Just sitting there being
I just
a potion.
can't stand that it has no defense.
Where's the value?
The value's in playing it, but, you know, you don't have time against Vis to do that. You do against Prism. I mean, you can get around the ALS, I guess.
You strike for 5, we'd go again. Once a day, there it is. Checked in. And 1 arcane damage.
Block 1. So now this is what I'm testing here. So you got 2 cards left. I blocked this. I think I'm gonna take this now, but I'm not happy about it because I'm max value, also known as. I'm gonna take it though. I'm gonna do just a red shunt from Arsenal for 6.
Okay.
You're about to play the 6, aren't you?
Oh, we're playing the 6 straight up.
I hate it so much. I almost waited.
It's funny because that is not like that relevant, but that 1 health difference is the kind of thing that will drive Steven insane.
Nuts.
I created 1, don't pop. 6 damage coming in.
It does not have go again. It does not have go again.
H-Fan saying, if you had to compare this Fab meta to any Star Wars Destiny meta, which one would it be? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it would have been one of the earlier ones before 9s came out, when you could kind of, there were like a handful of popular decks, but you could, like early, like the Awakenings meta. Han-Rey was really good, and Phasma Troopers, but you could kind of get away with almost anything. Steven almost made the top 16 with Qui-Gon Rey.
That was fun.
He was 1 game out.
It was a close game, too. Block for 4, take 2.
There we go.
I'm not even going to think about that. It was the right call to take the 5, right?
Yeah.
How many non-6s could it have been? It could have been a meet and greet into a swordsman. It could have been...
I mean, the number of non-6s is so high.
Devastating. Yeah. All right, how about an axe for 2? You ever heard of that before?
Pictured this.
Hey, listen up, buddy.
All right, let me think.
You like axe for 2?
And you took all the damage you're supposed to take? I'm somehow,
Dude, yeah, I took nothing.
I'm somehow down by 4.
I blocked all the ruins. I blocked all of the Enlightened Strike, and I blocked 4 off of the other
totally
thing.
believe you.
It's called mid-range. You block.
Block with my hat.
Okay, play it on a red. Swing for 6.
Take 6.
You hate the first one, but you'll take that second one all day, it seems like.
Well, you told me if I don't take the first one, you can't pay to pump the second
That's
one.
correct, yeah. I wouldn't waste a tunic on it, but here we are.
Plus, I'm just using the hat while I got it. Old common wisdom. Create a rune chant. I'm going to get rid of this, but it's technically on the board.
Why am I seeing all these blues? Do you have a method of shuffling your deck that works?
Yeah, you just...
Am I supposed to pile it out or something? Is there some sort of math? Have the Magic players figured this consistent random thing out? Can I do this without cheating somehow?
I mean, I don't know.
I want to see 1 blue and 3 reds.
Reasonable.
And there's no way to make that happen, is there? Aggravating. You gonna pass?
No.
Ah, dang it.
Just thinking.
Clark, absolutely, yeah. We got 1 cash in there. We got spoils, of course, and Outland. I haven't seen a spoils in a while.
Okay. Come the Arcanite.
Ooh, I hate that card.
We'll ditch an attack to create an attack.
Ah, I'm beating Create Red. That's not terrible.
You're not gonna let me have it. I'll tell you this.
Have we figured out the right number of piles? Is it 7 or 5? Or 3? It can't be 3. That's just a movement.
You're marking up the wrong tree on that one. I don't know. I just shuffle the deck, dude. Heart of the cards.
You can say Heart of the Cards when half your cards search for what you need. Or draw you other cards.
I chose the cards.
Yeah.
The heart's in there.
Uh-huh. Heart of the Cards, man. Become the Arcanite. Go get what I want.
Go get a Revel and Rune Blood.
Oh, it's one of these turns.
Asking for a friend.
Are you gonna?
You're ahead by 10 health. What are you
Yeah, that's
complaining
right.
about?
That's right. Oh, I'm gonna stay ahead.
That's right.
That's right.
That's all you gotta do.
Definitely not gonna slowly fall behind and then take 28 on a skeleton turn. That definitely isn't gonna happen.
I don't think so. We'll play a Rune Flash for 1. 2 pop. 1 gets created.
So we know in your hand you're gonna come in with a bunch of rune chants at the end of this, and then swing the sword.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, you know there's a Rebel. I have 1 resource floating. So odds are I'm going to gain 5 rune chance, be at 6, swing a sword for 8 arcane, 2 physical. After this 2 arcane, 4 physical happens.
And you got no hit effect here.
Just easy peasy, dude.
It's like, what's it matter?
You better watch yourself. Just kidding. Not that fancy.
I mean, I've got
The real question is, what's been in my arsenal since turn 1?
Yeah, it is a great question. Actually, I've been wondering that the whole time.
Yeah. Just hanging out, dude. It's been there a while.
Hanging down the street. Here's another turn where dominate wouldn't matter. So just mark that. Let's pitch to you.
Yeah, we got it.
Prevent them there. And then I got 4 coming at me, huh? You don't say. I am going to block 4. I can hold these technically, which I should do, just in case there's something spicy that I'm not anticipating from your arsenal that has a hit effect that's at 4. So I'm going to hold these. Because as tidy as it is to cover up a perfect amount, it really doesn't matter. So
well, you know I'm at least swinging the sword, right?
I do know that. So I know that I'll have an opportunity.
Unless you're pitching a card to that.
Taking 1. 1 floating, 1 in the pipes, etc.
Revel, gain 5. Sword, 62.
All right, so I'll take 5, 2, 1.
You got it.
Take an 8.
Hey, you're still ahead.
That's right. Watch yourself. And you've still got that Arsenal card down there, so heaven forbid. Oh, my most hated play. Let's hit and run. Swing for 2 with go again. So bad. We don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. But here we are. I'm gonna have to put Dory back in here. No.
Let's block. Wait, skeleton.
Great. Good news. Swing for 3.
Take 3.
Dynamo red shark is there.
What could go wrong?
About to turn my scars online. Nathaniel, why Driving Blade in the deck? So there's a number of blues. When you start looking at what's your blue resource curve going to be, Driving Blade is a... I just drew an all blue hand, and it's the only source of go again. Or I just drew a double blue hand, and I don't have any go again. I don't have any blade runners or hit and runs or glints in my hand. It is one way to guarantee that you get go again. So on a Tunic blue turn, you can still pitch blue, play Driving Blade, swing the hatchet, use the Tunic, swing the hatchet for 3, recharge Dynamo. It's totally a get out of jail card. It's not what you really ever want to be playing. But in the grand scheme of blues, it's the most useful in the probably bottom tier blues that you play.
Mordred Tide.
That's where I'm at with it, at least.
Rattlebones.
You had a Rattlebones down there the whole time?
I was waiting for a good attack to put my discard pile, and it just was not coming. Still really isn't there, but here we are, doing whatever.
Look at you, you're just basically making fries back there.
With my taters. Oh, I'll get an play the Arcanite. Then I'll pay 1 for play the Arcanite. 2 pop, 3, 2 get created. 6 damage coming at you after that. Baker's dozen.
We've got this stupid cash in.
No copper in sight.
This is a...
It's yellow though, right?
This is a massive... You could mash these and have a banquet for a family of 4.
Perhaps survive an Irish famine?
You really could, yeah. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen something this bad. Well. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. What's your total health? You're at 19?
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 23.
Winning. You really are winning. I feel like, did you go in my deck and take out my Maruvians?
No, any more than you just put in none of these cards that are good. Did you put on all the bad cards in my deck, or did I did that?
Yeah, 4th my deck? How many?
Yeah, that was actually me, wasn't it? I'm the fool there. Let's pitch this. What is this supposed to be? That rare gem card?
Heart of Fandel.
Heart of Fandel. I'm not behind on health. Somehow. That's never happened before. I'll block these 2.
No.
Then I'll pass and I will shunt that for 6.
Somehow turning winning into losing. All right, over to you.
That's it.
Yeah, just a very scholarly turn. Oh, hot pajamas. How is that possible?
Let me tell you something. This hand, man, look at this.
Swing for 2, Arsenal. No, play a time snap.
Play a time snap and not Arsenal cash in. It makes me want to cut it immediately. Like the upside, occasionally. I mean, I guess And if heart is there, that you're in the same situation.
I mean, you could have, like, would you pitch?
You could instead, so like, you could not play the shunt, I guess.
Yeah, Arsenal and the shunt would be fine.
But then you take, you know, +6 damage.
What'd you pitch, though?
The heart.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because if you could have pitched this and
these
blocked
are
with that card.
all useless cards.
It's all the hyper-conditional cards.
Yeah.
That was
all of them at once.
The bag-o potatoes.
All of them at once. They just come in. So we play the time snap, and we're not going to Arsenal this cash in because the world hates us. Back to you, Kent.
Devastating. All right. Mordred Tide.
You could... That is a good point. I like you. See, you guys are making me better. Let's do this differently.
Play cash in.
Play cash in. Because it does also have an actual cost. So if I pitch here, Tunic, draw 2 cards, go again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's get it.
Then I don't remember the order here.
That doesn't matter.
But we'll just draw 2. Great.
Much better. Whatever it is.
It's at least going to swing the sword for 2.
Yeah. That is better.
We swung for 2.
And get an Arsenal card you actually want.
Yeah. Swing for 2.
She's like, it wasn't that bad.
Arsenal.
Take 2.
That's going to win me a ProQuest. The chat has done that for me today.
Get the community champagne ready. Playing a Mordred Tide. Still. This is what we're doing. Swarming Gloombill. 2 pop. 2 get created. Coming in for 4 damage with go again.
Just a Mordred turn. You got 3 cards?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is the kind of turn that I'm blocking these rune chants. Okay. Take 2. And then I'll block for 3 there. Take 1.
Okay. Maruvian.
Mm-hmm.
Amplify for free. 2 get created. 4 pop.
Okay. Pitch. Block 1. Take 3. And then shunt. Amplify.
Arsenal pass.
Okay. I thought you had more coming. Didn't even get to use that. I've lost 2 damage this game now. I didn't get to use the dynamo, which I should have in that exchange. But here we are. Swing for 2. So if I lose by 2, we'll know why. The thing, I've just got 6 for Starbow. I've not needed more. I don't know what people are on about with that matchup. But it could just be me getting lucky in the test that I've been doing. So I think you have to play it a certain way. I think there's a lot of people blocking things in Starbow that they shouldn't. Like anything that isn't crippling or Oakenold. But
Hold up.
You might go Courage of Bladehold over Tunic in that matchup. I'm not convinced either direction yet. And then, I don't know, the sinks and stuff, it's like, whatever. It still sucks. I mean, you still have to 4 from Arsenal and then 3 from hand and then all your equipment. It's like, you're not winning if you do that.
No block.
Yellow Blade Runner. Swing for 5.
Block with the hat.
You got it.
Down to 11. What do you got? 17?
I'm at 17, yeah. But I have no... This could have gone a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm excited about how it's not just awful for me.
All right. Mordred? Become the Arc Knight? Ditch an attack.
So then you can go get a non-attack.
A non-attack,
yeah. Yeah. Like a Read the Ruins? Or a Revel?
Probably a Rattlebones. Or better. Oath. Technically Mauvrion would be fine too.
I think one of the great lessons here is you probably just get value out of Dynamo every possible time you can. Especially if you have Brave Forge up for the hit effect. Blade's so tricky.
That's definitely the play.
Dear Ramada, so can you convince me why Sabers is ever better? Like ever? I agree, Money. Running 12 defense tracks is not playing to your outs on the.
You get an Oath of the Arknight.
Okay. Because you also need to win, right? You can't just play Scourge.
Let's play 2. Create 4 rune chance. Pop Skeleton. Sonata.
I hate this matchup. I hate it. It's like Bolton, but you don't have to work.
Looking at the top 8.
But you're going to whiff.
I saw 1 earlier on this kind of a turn, so let's see. It's already going much better. 3. Not that crazy.
3 of the
3 arcane all at
bops.
once, yeah.
Yeah.
Bop. Boop. 1 floater.
Right, yeah, you do try to get Dynamo right. So obviously that's the goal, but sometimes you try to save Dynamo for like the meet and greet or the Mauvrion into a 4, and it's really nice there, but it's hard to waste it on a non-hit effect, honestly.
Meet and greet's free. 10 rune chance, pop, 2 get created. And it has to go again already because you took arcane.
10 here and you got 2 cards left?
And you know exactly what they are. I
do. Yeah, I sure do. One of them is that blue scroll form. Does that come in for 7?
5, because it's blue.
Right, and then the other one is the
Enlightened Strike.
Enlightened Strike, yeah. So you could hit me for 7 after this if you wanted to.
Or I could play a card, go against Wing Sword.
Yeah, which you should do. Do you have enough to do? How much does the scroll man cost? 2? Okay.
If I want to get real fancy, I could.
So you'll probably go again into Sword Swing then.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you got 11 coming after this. If this hits, I get 2 extra damage.
Yeah. So that won't hit, but then the 11 is the problem. Yeah, just gonna get undressed here. No blues in hand, and it doesn't matter anyway. It's a 28 damage turn. It's just like there's no mid-range build for a 28 damage turn.
It's more than that, technically, if things hit.
Yeah.
Oh, also this is +1 from Oath of the Arknight.
29 damage turn.
Yeah. And then technically if it hits, it's 2 extra from the rune chance.
That would be a 31 damage turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Val says, hello, first time in chat, hundreds of time on content. Well, welcome to the show.
Huh. Would you look at that?
Monty's, yeah, Steven does get to swing 3 times in this build a lot. I don't know what's happening here. I've seen that.
I do. In this matchup, not so much, especially going second. I took the 10, so you can whisk those away. And the issue I'm running into now is that I'm going to have to pitch 1 card, no matter what, to block the 4 arcane that's on the way.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. But then I've also got to block 5 and 5. So equipment, ahoy. 5.
Yeah. E-strike. 5 with go again.
Let's pinch, block 2, and then 5 with go again. It's going to be 3, 4, and then take 2, and then block 2. Yeah. Either way, you skin that one. So sure, let's go 4 there.
2 and 2.
And take 2 and block 2 there.
You got it.
Or I could ditch the Tunic and Arsenal and Lightning Strike. Maybe not wrong. But if you go to 1, you just lose for sure.
Yeah, especially on a 4 card. Rooney. A Rooney Toonie. Alright, over to me.
Clark, the problem so with Razor Reflex is still like your worst reaction, right? It's like in that slot you could run Out for Blood, you could run Stroke of Foresight, you could run Iron Song Response. So like Warrior getting access to Razor Reflex means almost nothing. Problem.
Rattlebones. Boom boom. 3 with Go Again.
3 with Go Again. Well, I can block that.
Easy.
Hot diggity dog.
Easy peasy.
Block we shall. Don't you swing that sword now?
I think this is better.
Like do it twice and then just win the game.
Spellblade Assault. 1 pops, 4 coming at you, 3 get created.
All right, 1 pop, 4, 3, no Go Again.
No, that was it.
So you're just gonna take it to the cleaners next turn.
Basically, I figured if I swing the sword, you'll prevent the 1, prevent one of these, take 1. Block.
Sword guarantees I always take 1. So if you swing it twice, I lose.
Yeah.
So unless you think I can kill you on a 3-card hand doing 11.
I don't.
You don't.
Not with 3 armor.
If it were me, I would just swing twice. I know my weaknesses. Okay. Take 1.
I figured this way you probably have to block with at least 2.
I don't, technically, but I just lose, like I said, a little slower. So I'll take the Arcane, and then I'll block 3, 4.
There you go. Just lose a little slower.
Tunica. Let's go hit and run. Pitch. Axe for 2. With Go Again.
Block 2.
Alright. Swing again for 3. Refresh.
Block 3.
You got it.
Alright, that's Rattlebones.
Sabers gives you more block. What do you mean by that?
Swarming.
Oh, just from Courage? I think you'd still play Tunic with Sabers, right? Surely.
Same situation.
Yeah, sure. Et cetera, et cetera.
Swing sword, sure.
Yeah. All right, not terrible. I mean, it makes me want to clean up
the cards.
Some of the conditional cards, man. It's just like you can't have a turn like that. You just can't. You just can't.
Yeah, it's tough. Opiate, so saying on Rattlebones, so Rattlebones is the only instant if you've done arcane damage. So it's really difficult to play that on your opponent's turn, actually. And even if you could, you get an attack action, but you can't play attack actions on your opponent's turn. So Rattlebones is almost exclusively meant to be played on your turn, for sure. Well,
how'd you like the shunts there?
I mean, they were blocking damage.
Yeah. They did that.
I don't know if it mattered.
Basically, what it leads to in the Ruin Blade matchup, it's 2 cards for 8 prevention.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you're looking to eke out some kind of advantage, it's a way to do it. I don't hate that.
Yeah. I think probably the biggest issue is the attacks that actually get that big are typically not. Sometimes they will. You know, I have a Rune Chance and I'll Mavrian into Amplify the Arcanite, and then it does. That's when it's best. But a lot of times, like, I'll finish a chain with that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So it's really just damage. But health is a resource, right?
I mean, it's like 2 Syncful O's, right? Same idea.
Yeah.
Thought about putting the Syncs in here. God, you just know it's not going to matter. You and I both know that.
I feel like in that particular deck, the sinks are best because you can block 3 with the boots. So I feel like sinks are more of the same problem you're fixing.
Yeah. That's where I was on it too.
Unless I have multiple 4 damage hit effects happening, which I usually don't. It seems like overkill.
What do you think? You want to do one more for the people?
From the top row.
You want to do Starvo?
Let's finish it out right.
Play some Starvo.
I think it'll be good for your soul. Hopefully. I hope it goes well. To get some games into that. Because to me, the compelling part of Dory right now is that that's a match she's good into.
She's pretty good, yeah. She's okay with it. Yeah, you do have shown off Tunic, Monty, which is solid. That's a good tempo play. It always has been the juice. And yeah, it does slow your own turn, but I mean, so the thing with that Demon Armada is like, you usually only have 2 cards to swing with anyway. So if you're asking like, what I want my other 2 cards to be, my other 2 cards can either block for 6 or block for 8. Is kind of where my brain goes on that. So it's at least an option to maybe put some brakes on that train. It helps a little bit. You gotta test stuff because there's no way to beat this currently at the mid-range level. It's too fast and too much split damage.
It's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah. And the hand disruption is really what gets this in the conversation, right?
Which is why Star Show is brutal for him.
Dean, you cannot go pure aggro with Dory, sadly. We definitely tried that, and it is bad. Bad.
If you just don't block?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like putting an entire aggro deck together.
The problem with that, fundamentally, is that Dory's 5-card hand, even, is a linear curve, right?
It's pretty much a straight line, yeah.
Pretty much every card just means that you're getting 3 extra value. So, of course, Spill Blood is +2 on every swing, so you get 3 swings. Technically, Spill Blood is a 6 damage card in that realm. Mm-hmm. But most of your hands, it's like an extra card is 3 damage. So when you're blocking, like when you block my 4 damage that if it hits, I get 2 rune chance with the boots and a 3, you're actually covering up 6 damage.
Yeah.
So you're gaining efficiency there. Whereas this, as you saw, like his 5-card hands are 30-something damage. So that's not linear.
No, Skeleton makes it go up exponentially.
But I had the 30 damage turn, I don't even think was the 29 or something earlier. It wasn't even a skeleton.
No.
It was just a 30 damage turn.
It's crazy. You got to be able to take cards out of his hand. Talisman of Warfare. I'm glad you said that, Huang. So it's interesting. Basically, you're taking 3 damage to play Talisman onto the field, and then you're threatening, hopefully, an Arsenal card on that turn that matters. And then you're probably forcing 1 card out of their hand. Then they play the Arsenal card, and then you can't swing for 2 with Axis ever again until they put an Arsenal in, or you're just basically wasting it. Or, basically you played a card and took 3 damage so that they would have to block the axe at 2. So the fundamental math on that, especially if you have any other no blocks in the deck, is very questionable. If it was an optional trigger, I think we could get there with it. It being a forced trigger is a problem.
It's a hard knocks life.
You're putting more cards into an equation that is already card strapped.
Yeah.
And no blocks in a Dory mid-range deck is not really the life you're looking to live there. I'm going to go first so that you don't get a surprise dominate Skittles party.
The Bugatti?
Yeah.
Skittles party. Taste the rainbow.
Got a really cheeky play here. Okay. Well, let's make it cheeky, right? Crown's an instant. You don't have an arsenal, so we're okay there.
Bingo.
I'll try to set something up all nice for you. Let's pitch. Swing Hatchet a body there for 2.
No block.
Oh my gosh. Seriously. If you're no blocking that, then I'm going to keep going. I'll Blade Runner that. I'm going to make you do it, man.
Seriously. It's the star of the show.
All right, y'all, let's do it this way. I refuse. I'm going to Brave Forge and then swing for 7. Or rather 6, sorry.
No, go again.
No, go again. No.
All right, let's block. 3, 4.
Okay, here we go. We like that.
Take 2.
Yeah.
End your turn. I'll pay 2. Awakening.
Hilarious.
Down by 4.
You 4-coster?
Just thinking.
Weird opening.
Let's get an Oakenold. Create 4 surges. Could be a very unweird opening.
It's a good one. Yeah.
It's going in hand. This is going away. This is going away. Starting my turn, the surges pop.
Mm-hmm.
Let me draw my hand. So we'll see.
Sure. I think it's fine. I think it's good.
There's a certain kind of card I need to draw.
For it to go big? I kind of hope you don't. Pull the old slot machine, though.
There's some things I could draw that would make it go moon size. All right, draw 2.
Big.
All right, no fusion or no.
All right, I gotta go Arcanine Skull Cap here.
You don't want the null rune?
Yeah, thank you, Jim. Is that Jim that said that? Yeah, Jim. Where's the hat? Where's the stupid hat? Is it over here? Did you take my hat?
No, I didn't take your hat.
Oh my gosh.
That is really funny. We'll play Oakenold for free, and we'll fuse it.
Okay.
So 9 dominate. If it does any damage, 2 random cards go on the bottom of your deck.
9 dominate, 2 random cards. Come on, man. It does not have go again, right? You didn't hit the Bugatti?
It currently doesn't. No.
You gonna pummel that?
I mean, you could pummel. You could blink.
I mean, you pummel that. That's sick.
Blink's the real
That's
heat.
awesome.
Blink and then Ice Hammer after this. It's just like, oh, come on. No fair.
You got it.
Bottom of your deck in the order of your choice.
Thank goodness.
Put that in arsenal. Over to you.
Okay. Tunica. We'll go Enlighten for 7.
Take 7. There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Yeah, we gotta figure out if there's like a clever way to play around that.
Well, you have a big D-react in arsenal when you start winning.
Right.
Start of the turn, we'll trigger Bravo.
You got it. Can I see those again?
Red Autumn's Touch.
Channel, Autumn's, Lightning Surge. Okay. Channel probably is going to be on the hammer, but it could be on the board. We'll see.
Let's pay 1 for El Crown of Seeds. Draw a card. Ooh, doggy. You're at how much health? 36? Hot dang. This just got wild.
Josh, right? I didn't want to block with the boots because I couldn't recharge him. You need every bit of armor for this turn, likely.
Let's go Awakening.
Okay.
Fusing it. So these will pop next round. And you're at... What are you at? 31. That doesn't work. Hold on. Because you're only 2 ahead of me?
It's getting greedy.
Yeah.
I guess if you can do 31 in a couple
No,
of
that's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
impressive.
actually, we're gonna play it. And I'm going to fuse it with this Autumn's Touch.
Yeah.
So I'll create 4.
Okay.
And we're going to get... Oak and Old.
Okay. A classic.
Yeah.
Kano is nowhere to be found. DM Armada. Yeah, 3 unmovables, right?
So then...
You just gotta see him. I mean, unfortunately, this match comes down to the 6D reacts and where they are. So I mean, there's a use case for Bolton, right? You get Soul Shield as well if you earn enough blues. Soul Shield unmovable shunt is really strong into this.
Let's go 3 for Oak and Old. Fusing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming at 11 with Dominate and go again.
Yeah, from the little ability you got. 11 with Dominate and go again. Pretty good.
It's just gross.
So if I blocked with, let's say, even if this was on, we could block with 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 with Courage, 9, 10 even with the Skull Cap if it were online. So Courage wouldn't even get me to the finish line.
To the glory.
And then you're coming in with the old Hammer Party.
Maybe.
Or just play Channel, I guess.
I don't have the resources.
Great.
I could play an Autumn's Touch, technically, but I don't want Arsenal.
I think I'm just going to have to lottery this.
Yeah.
Take 11. Turn my hat on.
Turn my Awakenings right off.
That's right. Yeah, 2 Awakening the first 2 hands. Maybe it's pretty good. I don't know. I can't be bothered.
Yeah. Ice Hammer for 4.
I'm gonna get something going here, huh?
Hey.
Eh? You know, but I like this. I like this play that we've got set up here. Oh, Ice Hammer for 4. So we should have used the boots here, but I didn't know what you were gonna take for Oakenold. It's tough. It's a tough world we live in. We're gonna lose 1 value. I don't want to block really the hammer for 4 with equipment. I'm gonna need that later.
Yes, you are.
Okay, we're gonna go 3 in the boots.
You got it.
Tunic up. Oh, we had such a great turn if you didn't do that. Hit and run, hatchet for 2.
No block.
Okay. I'll go Brave Forge, hatchet for 4.
No block.
Recharge Dynamo, back to you.
4 pop.
Yeah.
So the turn, let's start the show.
What's the Volt Haven use at the +4?
+4 to a lightning ice or elemental attack, including the hammer.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, no worries, curating. That's cool.
All right. Let's go Autumn's Touch for 9 with Dominate and go again.
Take 9.
Mm-hmm. Let's go Pulse. Swing the hammer for 8. No Frost token.
8, no Frosty. That's just damage, though.
When you're at 11, relevant. Arsenal pass after that.
Let's go 3, 4. Yeah, and then I'll take 4.
Over to you.
2. Hatchet for 2. Pitch there.
Let's go Crown of Seeds. Block with the Ram's Head. Crown floating to prevent the other one.
Okay. Oh, Blade Runner. And then swing for 6.
Take 6.
Okay. Arsenal, pass it over to you.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum.
Start of the turn. We'll taste the rainbow.
Whew. 100% of the time it works every time.
What can we say? We'll pay 5 for disable. 11 with dominate. Go again. If it does 4 or more, your arsenal goes to the bottom of your deck.
Okay. Probably take 3 there, and then we got a hammer for 4. So then we hit there. Okay. So this becomes our turn. And then we hope for bingos. We'll block 3. And then I mean, yeah, okay. And then this tunic for 6 more there. Cover up.
Okay. Crazy.
3.
Yeah. Ice hammer for 3 with an ice.
3 in dynamo.
Yeah.
Pitch, spoils. Swing for 2 with Gogan.
Isn't it more with spoils?
Swing for 4, yeah. Sorry.
Take 4.
And then swing for 3.
Take 3. No Bravo. But
Activate tunic.
let's yeah. That's right. Let's play an Oak and Old.
Raw.
Fused. 9 with dominate.
9 dominate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, there is that. Nine dominate. He's not up go again. Currently. Okay.
It's very fair.
Okay, so
Someone says you have 4 copper.
oh right, thank you. Yep. That will be very relevant. I presume. If we get there. Okay, is this the turn though to do the dunk? To dunk on. Okay, so let's look at what options we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got a block 9 here. So no matter what way we slice it, we've got a block 9. So we need 1/3 block to happen. Probably this one. Yeah. Okay. Which is sad, because this is the one we really like. We like this card a lot. All right, I will do 3.
All the equipment.
All the equipment, yeah.
Arsenal pass.
Okay. Okay, then we'll do hit and run, pitch, 2 with Goguen.
Pay 1 for crown. Pay 1 for shield.
Okay. 4 cards in here. We'll just swing for 3 more.
Oh boy.
Take 3 Arsenal.
I see. No star of the show, Tunic.
Yeah, good. Ryan, I don't know. I don't know about Oldham. I don't know what to do against Oldham.
Disable for 9.
It's just annoying. 9, no Goguen.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so if we go here. I think we just need a kind of heart of the cards this. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, which one is more likely? I guess we can ask that question, can't we? Okay, I think that's more likely. So let's block 6, 7.
Take 2.
Yeah.
Arsenal pass. We got ourselves a game.
Yeah, we're here. You just gotta not freak out. I mean, that's
Definitely.
the key thing about Starbow. Just don't freak out.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we were playing a game and I was like
cash in
11 to 30 or something. You were ahead, and I just kept playing, and then got back in it.
Found a way. Okay, we did not draw what we needed, so that's a problem for us now. That's a significant problem. That's actually pretty devastating. Ah, we need to draw blue there, Zach. Ah.
What up, Kai?
I'm so bummed. Oh, it's such a bummer. You just gotta take that one. You just gotta let that one go. Let that one roll off of you. Like the breeze. Just let it roll, man.
See the mountains over there?
It's just rolling right off of you. You see that? You see it go? It's gone.
Kai says, just get into the game and I had to order the restock your tokens and dice board. Too good. Well, hey, we're back in stock. I was trying to buy one the other day and I couldn't.
Oh, man, if that's a blue. Oh, my gosh. Oh, we had the win.
The blues are right there with your hopes and dreams.
We had a good idea. We had a great idea.
You can put fictitious blues in your hand and dreams in the other and see which one fills up faster.
Whew. Boy.
You can go wild on me? Ric Flair style?
No. No. Oh, it's just... Oof.
I know when your voice gets loud enough that there's an echo, that you're really feeling your emotions right now. That's how I know.
I'm feeling everything right now. It's just, oh, it's so bad.
Like an exposed nerve.
Oh, my goodness. How do you do it?
Well, thank you for ordering that, Kai. Our subscribers and everyone buying those components and whatnot from us. It's how we do everything we do.
Oh, no. It's a devastation. Outland. Pitch, swing for 5. I won't soon forget that.
Let's go 2 here.
Every time I play this game, I just want to add more blues.
Always. Maybe we're about playing old Bravo.
Take 3. Call me in the morning.
He's got all the blues. Start of the turn. We gotta tune it.
Go ahead.
Interesting play pattern here.
Go ahead.
Alright. Let's go. You know what? No. Let's back that up. I'm gonna use tunic. Crown. Okay, you want to shot me this turn. Draw a card.
Okay.
And then let's go. So close.
Pass. You turned my hat off. Very nice.
It was intentional.
Very well done there. What you gonna do with all that Bravo?
That's a good question.
All that Bravo inside your Bravo.
Okay, let's do this.
I'm gonna get you Bravo.
I'm gonna break ground for 5.
You have a blink. Right?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this garbage?
You gotta block something.
I mean, I think I'm blocking it all. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna block 3 here. Block 3, make you prove it here.
Blank.
Yeah.
Hammer for 4, no hit effect.
Mm-hmm. There's conceivably a way for me to do okay here. I think that's where we are. So we've got a problem. We got the hammer coming in.
What up, Wazzle?
It's fine. That's totally fine. We're not worried about it. And what we're going to do is we're going to, it's not an icy one, right? Block 2 and take 2 here.
You don't have a helmet on.
Hmm?
You don't have your helmet on.
Why not? I'm lower health.
You're at 5.
No, I'm at 3. I took 2 from that.
Oh, you're already at 3.
Yeah.
I was looking at 5. I thought you had 5 health.
No, yeah, I'm going down to 1.
Got it. Yeah, now you got it.
I got it.
I was like, what?
I got it.
You're at 5.
My hat's on. I gotta... Here, give me an armor token, will you?
Yeah, it's still them all.
Thanks.
Armor spent. Achievement unlocked.
Yeah. This is gonna be a weird play. Hit and run. Axe for 2.
Alright, well, you know what it is.
You already know what it is.
Let's crown seeds.
It's you know, kind of weird. I'm starting to notice I just don't like any cards that you play.
That's what I'm saying. There's bias. You just don't like the thing you're not doing. Block with this thing, have the crown floating.
Okay. It's gonna resolve for 2. And then I'm gonna snatch for 4.
Most of those warrior reactions are weapon based.
Yeah, you gotta swing with your weapon. Yeah.
To like play like the pumps. Like you could have like a razor here as an example.
It's not gonna get pumped.
Yeah, but like.
But you might have to honor it.
If I was just like thinking about it.
If I was a standard Dory player.
I mean, razor doesn't work because you don't have swords.
I wouldn't have razor in this deck.
And most of those pumps are like your weapon gets +3.
I wouldn't have it. Yeah. No, there's no pump here.
Yeah. Let's just block for 2.
Okay. Arsenal there.
Equipment be gone.
Take 2.
Yeah. Here at the end of all things. We're gonna keep it real simple. Crippling Crush for 11. No dominate.
Kind of funny. Back we are. Here we are again.
Look who's back. Back again. Just a big old punch.
I think I just need more blues, man.
That's where we're back to.
It's nuts. I mean, I really do think that that's what I'm going to do.
Toss in the blues?
Yeah. No dominate. You coming in with a 4 card?
That was it.
No dominate. Okay. Well, we don't need to do that yet. Block 6 and then pitch shunt.
You got it.
12. And then my turn, Arsenal, pass to you.
The fairest deal in baseball.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go winner's bite. Discard a card.
Unless I pay 1.
Yep.
All reds again, dude. It's going to drive me insane. I'm literally going to lose my mind on the stream.
Lose my mind?
We're gonna finally find it. It's gonna finally crack. I think I've tier 1.5 myself into oblivion so many times in my life that whenever you have a number of windows where you can actually find your way into the winning position and it just keeps saying no.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Evan wants to know how many blues are you playing?
24 currently. 24, and I've had 3 in a row here that problematically was under-resourced.
All right, let me tell you this. I know this is not going to help you.
I'm just going to add more blues, man. I'm just tired of
that
happening.
It's like the way I approach Prism.
Just keep adding blues until you don't run out anymore.
I'm unwilling to go to a tournament with a deck that loses Prism.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't lose to yourself here.
Odds of greater than or equal to 1. Only 87%.
On 24.
Yeah.
Pump me up to 29.
30?
29, yeah. I got 6 slots that I could change.
93.5%.
Of having a blue in hand.
Yeah. So it only goes up 6%. But that's still 1 in 20 turns where it goes up.
Yeah.
Let's see what 30 is. 30 is a pretty good number.
It's probably a
94.3%.
of a percentage. Yeah. Winner's Bite's a really dumb card here. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is from him.
No, it's just like, and it's like all the hands exactly as you need them to be. It's just not the hands. It's crazy. I'm so upset. You got it. You got 1 card out of there.
All right. Pulse Candle Holding.
Talisman Recommends does help with the all red hands, but it comes at a cost, which is you have to play the card. This is the issue, right?
I'm going to put Oak and Old and Break Ground in my hand. Or on top of my deck.
Okay.
My hand. And then I'm going to swing the hammer for 4.
See, and you were just on potatoes here.
Potatoes. It's okay. I mean, get rid of a card and swing with hammer is good enough.
Block 6.
Arsenal pass.
You got the out for blood there. You've got, I mean, come on. Come on. All I need is a little love. All right, snatch for 4. Dory versus Prism is like a 50-50. And a really great Prism player is probably a 60-40. I just been playing against Zach, though.
4, eh?
Yeah. Tony's Lab. Look up the hypergeometric calculator, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Look up hypergeometric calculator. You'll find it. You can look up MTG or cards or add anything you want there. It'll work out.
All right, let's go. Crown. Block 3, 4. Crown floating, technically.
Okay. No shenanigans. You got it. That's right, Alex. That's why we run Snatch instead of Flock. I mean, it's not even close anymore.
Sure. Ice hammer for 4.
Just a classic icy reality. I gotta watch my buckets here. There are buckets here, and there's some good buckets. Card from hand, card from hand. Gucci gang, Gucci gang. You've got 1 card in your hand currently, is that correct? Am I right in that?
Did you figure out what Zach was asking? How'd they get the neat little card pane?
Oh, I think it's just the card pops.
Oh, yeah. You talk about that?
I didn't, no.
That's in-house. We built that.
We built that.
We built that city. We built this city. Mitchell asking if I've ever tested a Briar list out. Once or twice. I play Briar a lot.
Okay, big money, no whammies.
16 the middleman.
Gotta have an idea of what to do here. So I'm gonna play for later instead of now. Okay. This is probably strictly bad. But it's not, though. I have reasons to do it this way. I'm gonna buy myself, I think, a second card on the next go around. Yeah. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're going to pitch. No, wrong. Oh, right. Okay, hold on. Still here. You're still here. We're with it.
Nathan, the sleeves on the cards here are Ultra Pro snaps, I think is what they're called. They can be hard to find sometimes, but if you keep your eyes open, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Thanks, Zach. Our lead designer, Jonathan, is he does that kind of stuff. It's crazy. Ultra Pro mini snaps, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. This is what we do.
I love this game.
We wish we had Tunic. It's crazy. It's the greatest game on earth, man. Just say it. Pitch, shunt, do 1. Better watch yourself. I got more where that came from.
How are you?
Better watch yourself on that hammer. This is why Driving Blade is in the deck. Pitch, Driving Blade. +1. So I'm going to swing for 3 with go again. 1 card floats. Any response? Why use hammer over Oakenold? What'd you have in your hand? You discarded it for something?
No, not that. Don't know. That's too long ago. You have Gogan?
I have Gogan.
And what are you coming in at?
I'm coming in at 3.
Block 3.
Okay. Then we'll pitch 3 again.
Crown.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I like the idea of eventually getting that tunic up. Ain't happening.
1 floating.
Block 3.
Okay. Dynamo. Over to you. That should buy me a card. Let's see.
Swing Ice Hammer.
With Icy?
It doesn't matter if it hits, you die.
Shunt for 4.
Dead.
That's right. Can you crown there? You can't. You don't have Arson.
Nice.
Great. Great.
You got me. See? And that was, I started with all my heat, and then I went to straight potato.
You just gotta be cool, man. Even though I think I'm gonna add more blues. I just can't.
That was a great game. That was also a great object lesson in not losing your cool.
Yeah. You don't lose your cool on the cards you play. You can yell, though, at the camera.
Yeah, that's fine. You just got to keep your head in the game and start playing.
For entertainment. And that was an all blue hand.
Yeah.
So whatever I'm doing isn't working to shuffle my deck correctly.
That's the issue.
So I need to work on my shuffle.
How many piles are you shuffling?
I'm not. I'm just smushing.
Let's add a couple more piles.
Is that acceptable? I don't know.
Yeah, Evan's saying, whoo, that is true. It was a close game.
Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? So it gets interesting, right? Even without the shunt there. So you block 3 in Dynamo, and then you pitch 2 here. You don't have to deal with, unfortunately. So you have to glint into it. So it's not good because this doesn't force a hand block, even at 1, because you got Rampart Seeds. Yeah. So it's like, if it did though, glint gets a card. That is top-notch game right there. Okay, videos about randomness, yeah.
Playtime, I didn't have a card in Arsenal, so I couldn't use Crown.
So Professor Plywood, tell me this. A random deck has really good odds of big runs of reds and blues. If you have 30 blues in there, does it change the odds?
It doesn't change the odds that you have at least 1 blue in your hand. But what he is saying is that in a 60-card stack, if you've got 30 blues, the odds that you're going to have multiple 4 red in a row pockets are pretty high, somewhere in the deck.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to run that talisman thing that fixes the hands?
The talisman is the one they're talking about, isn't it? The one where you store a resource.
The ignition? No, I think it's the one where anytime you pitch to create 1, you create 3 instead. And then you shuffle.
I mean, on that score, does that go again when you play it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, you could just play Potion of Luck.
Yeah, it has to, right? It has to go again, or it's unplayable.
Yeah. Have you seen Potion of Luck? That card's a wonk.
Yeah, it's really good.
H-Fan asking, where do we get another Fab Foundations video?
Good question.
We shot one and we're re-recording it because we're not happy with it.
Yeah.
So that series we would like it to be relevant for a long time. So we're taking our time with it. We'll have more coming for sure though.
Yeah. So then my question here is going to be, what's the recompense? Can you look that up? Is it blue?
No way. Fab.
It's not. You don't think it's blue?
I don't think so.
Red?
That didn't work.
Tried putting Fab in the thing.
Hold on, we'll get there. My internet's not loading.
It's yellow. Okay, yellow, so that's fine. So it can power a turn in a bad situation, or you can play it if you get some breathing room. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Is it? Hold on. Yeah, let's get go again. So
what's it say on there?
Whenever you pitch a card, if you would gain exactly 1 resource, instead destroy this and gain 3. And it's also not optional. So when you pitch a card that's a red, it has to blow up.
Yeah. I wonder, but it could also just be a blue 3 block. This is my problem. This is the Dory problem. It could just be a blue 3 block.
Yeah. The main thing is, it could be, but where it's relevant is on turns you have blues. You don't need more blues, but this is I'm paying it now to make sure I don't have that hand later.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem with that, of course, is that if that could be any other card in your deck, are you willing to give up? And sometimes the answer is yes, right? Like Briar, the worst thing that happens is all non-attacks. You can go from, like, an all non-attack hand sometimes does 2 damage with the sword. And 1 attack might mean you're doing 15 damage. So there are cards that, if I could have guarantee I can go get an attack with Briar as an example, or redraw my hand or something, it might be worth 10 plus damage.
Yeah. I didn't see any immovables that game, too.
You have those in your deck?
Yeah. 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
So. Or maybe I didn't. Did I just beat you without immovables?
You might not need them.
Why even bother? Yeah, they're not in there.
I mean, when you have so you have the 6 shunts and the 4 shunts, right? The red and blues?
I've just got the 1 blue.
Okay. So, like...
I'll put the immovables. My gosh. I mean, that's way winnable after that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
so good.
I had my heat up front. You didn't have your big reactions into them. And then, I mean, you only have so much heat.
Yeah.
And then he cools off.
And let me tell you, there's some tempting. I'm not going to put this react in arsenal. I'm going to use it to do something cool. You just got to put it in there.
Matthew asking if it was a good intro video for the game. Check out, I think the professor did a how to play. That was like 10, 15 minutes. It's really good. And there's tons of game. We've done a ton of streams, but if you're just looking to learn the fundamentals of the rules of the game, we haven't done the tutorial or that kind of thing. But then after you know a little bit of how to play, check out the Fab Foundation series. The series of videos we're doing, I think it goes through the fundamentals of not just how to play, but how to play well and how to approach the game, from a
play well
analytical point. I think it will be helpful. If you just learn the rules, it'll be tremendously helpful for your view of the game.
We do have ProQuest champion Zach Bunn on the intro video, on the Fab Foundations video.
We do. Signed that exclusive agreement with him to have him on the content.
He's got that golden skull cap, which of course I'm going to use this weekend, just to strike fear into the hearts of these Starvo players. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Hey,
you got your money's worth today.
Before we get out of here, Majestic tokens and boards back in stock. Check those out. Huge shout out to everyone that's bought those and have been using those at events. I saw those at the tournaments I went to recently. And all our subscribers, we do have first edition subscriptions open. If you've been looking to get into that, I'm telling you now, late stream warning.
That's so true,
direct from me.
It's absolutely true.
You know this is not just a pitch because it's at the end of the stream and there's way less people watching. In a month's time, after they announce whatever the future of Fab looks like, I think there's going to be a lot of people that wish they had signed up for a free subscription they can cancel at any time before those plans were announced. I'm just saying.
It's a stupid deal. I mean, at least just sign up, and then if you don't want it, you can cancel. It's easy. It costs you nothing. But like on the off chance, like, oh, it's a big announcement, and suddenly the value of these products goes up, and now I'm like, oh, it's $150 for a first edition box again. It's like, well, I should have done that for no risk.
But hey,
you live your life.
You, as the millennials want to say, you do you. You have a great week, and we will hope. If you're going to be at the ProQuest on Saturday, our event, definitely say hello. I'm glad you're coming. If you're going to be in Edmond, feel free to say hello. We'll be there. Anyone going out to ProQuest this weekend, good luck. And
we might do something
enjoy
Saturday night, right? We might do some gather somewhere or just sleep.
The crazy thing
is, we got to go to the event.
Saturday night's crazy because we're going to be up early to go to Edmond.
And since Zach is spilling the beans at the end of the stream too, I will say this: we've played, Zach and I together, as friends and enemies. Probably 10 plus, games that have organized play and that do the whole thing and that expand and then die. All of them. To a man. Yeah, every one of them.
I mean, we're like 15 years as a business, but 25 years in as not Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Right. So all we know is dying games.
All we know are the games that have come and died. Yeah.
So I've been playing Fab from the start. I've been here the whole time. Had my concerns when I saw Everfest. I had a lot of concerns with Arya. I was like, this may be going off the rails. I've seen it a million times. And then Everfest comes out and it's like all these potions and like these Blitz heroes and that kind of thing. It's like, I don't know. And now having been testing for this ProQuest metagame, the game is healthier than ever. It's probably the healthiest general card pool and player game that I've ever been a part of at this phase of its existence. And I think this entire season this summer is going to be gangbusters because it's not like just stupid one deck wins stuff. And everybody's excited about it, getting jacked. And I think the future is looking to me way better than it was not even 6 months ago. Like I'm like so in. And so I do really think that just be aware that it is probably going to continue. It's going to go through another growth phase, I think, over the next 6 months to a year. I'm here for it, and we hope you are too, because like it's notably better than any game that I've been a part of at this phase of its existence.
From both the development and the support level. I mean, 100%. That's what, looking at it, I assume, and I have no inside knowledge, right? There's no conversations, no things going on. I assume... James did that interview about not happy with the first edition unlimited model, going to change it. And the biggest piece of the pie here, right? Early on, way underprinted compared to demand. Price of boxes go way up. At this point, it seems like boxes are more readily available than desired. Overprinting means the price goes down. And there's a real commitment there to get boxes and print accurately so that prices are more in line with demand and more in line with MSRP. Right? That's the price they want.
I guess
them to
every
be.
publisher ultimately is trying to get the perfect thread of the needle on demand and supply, where their boxes are at the price they want to be.
But on top, beyond in those issues, is the reality. The number of new players still hitting this game, and most, like if you just look at the schedule, we're in ProQuest season. Tons of events happening. We have a sold out event this weekend. There's going to be a big event in Edmond the next day, and then we're heading to Indy. Someone was asking. I am going to be at Indy. So Indy. And then we have, after that, starts the skirmish season, which is cool. It splits. Different format, right?
And it's designed to onboard players, right?
And then as that's going on, you have the first Pro Tour in May that's going to hit. You're going to cool down for a couple weeks.
When's the next set come out? May? June.
Then June hits, we get another sealed draft set. It's going to fire up another ProQuest season. Qualifying for the first Pro Tour is going to be in Europe. Also going to be firing up the... so ProQuest, sealed draft events. There's going to be more callings, I assume. Pro Tour. Then another set's going to drop. And then... Didn't
they say that this was... Wasn't there a weird... Where James said on an interview that I watched that the next set was going to be a supplemental?
After the June set?
Yeah.
There's also 2 or 3 question mark products coming out. One of which we kind of saw spoiled in the ICB2.
It's like a 2-player starter. Right?
Which is great.
Great.
But then the end of the year set hits, and then there's going to be like a month in Worlds. And amidst all that, we're going to have more ProQuest season, more skirmish seasons, more callings, and then a World Championship.
Yeah.
It's bright. I have not seen a publisher reach this altitude and land it. That's the big thing, they're landing. And there's friction points and weird moments where, is this too good or is that too good? But
that's why we play, right?
Yeah.
Something's always going to be up or down or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just amazed by it. So hope you'll be along for the journey with us. And hey, take care, everybody. It's been a long one.